You want to listen live?
Yeah.
And we are
Hi.
live.
Yes, we are. That we are. Hi, ladies and gents. Welcome to the fourth show of the Politically Incorrect Tribe. Tonight's topic will be the death penalty. Are you for it or are you against it? And do you believe in children 14 years of age or younger being sentenced to the death penalty? And with that being said, our first question for everyone is, do you believe that we should enforce the death penalty? And Josh, let's start with you. I'll give my opinion last. I want to hear everyone else, and then I'll say what I feel last. So
Um, when it
there you have
comes
it.
to this particular topic, I have very mixed feelings. Um, when I was younger, I always considered myself very much for amnesty for people that got the death penalty. And as I got older, I definitely saw there was a place for it depending on the crime. Um, Children 14 years and younger, that's a sticky situation. Depending on what kind of crime they commit, if it's like a triple homicide, if they're like 14 years old and they do I think that they would deserve the death penalty? Because it's hard to want to judge somebody to like take their life. But if they're like 14 years old and they've killed, I mean, I suppose depending on the severity and how it happened, if it was in cold blood, I guess I would be, on a case by case basis. Um, there's sometimes when the death penalty is needed, I guess. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, I don't agree with this arbitrarily, everybody that commits a crime, give them the death penalty. Because I think sometimes it's worse being locked away for life. But sometimes if the punishment fits the crime, I suppose I'm okay with the death penalty in certain cases, extreme cases. And for children, that would be harder for me to want to establish because I would really want to start blaming the parents when it came to why, unless their child was a complete sociopath. But yeah, I guess that's how I feel. I mean, I'll go
Okay,
into it more
Josh.
as the show goes on.
Oh, that's just the first question. Kiwi, are you busy? Can you chime in, please? I would love to hear what you have to say.
Um, yeah, I'm here. Um, we don't have the death penalty in our country, so that solves that question for us
Wow.
as individuals. Um, our time given often doesn't fit the crime, though. So that's something my country has to deal with and look at. But as far as the death penalty in the countries that do have it, um, I think if the crime has been seen by people and it's not disputable, it's beyond a reasonable doubt that yes, they are guilty. Yeah, I think there are some crimes where the death penalty is warranted. I believe there are evil people in the world that no amount of punishment given by, say, a prison sentence or rehabilitation is going to change them. Um, so, yeah, I think for me, if I was in the position of being given life without parole, I'd actually prefer the death penalty than knowing I'm going to spend the rest of my life in a prison and that's it, no chance of getting out. I'd rather not. I'd rather be. That's if I was put to sleep. I don't want the electric chair. I don't want any cruel and unusual. I think I'd rather have the firing squad, to be honest.
That's why I was saying sometimes it can be more difficult um, getting life in prison versus the death penalty.
Yeah, and I would be telling my lawyers, don't fight for me, don't go for Don't spend years debating it. Just give it to me. Save your money. Just do it.
Because yeah, it could actually be more expensive giving somebody the death penalty because of the endless appeal system in the United States.
Yeah, I've seen that people have actually said just give it to me, but it's been other people who have put in what do you call it, to halt it and have appeals, and it goes on for
Oh,
years and years. It's not actually the people; it's people against the death penalty putting in
like
appeals.
Amnesty International.
Exactly, and the actual prisoner is saying, no, I want the death penalty and I want it now. But because, for example, Amnesty International have put in an appeal, that person has to wait. I don't think that's on. I think it's up to the prisoner. As for children, 14-year-olds, like Josh, it depends on a case-by-case situation. If the 14-year-old has a history of doing things and it can be proven they know right from wrong, then maybe they do need to be treated as an adult. If it's a serious crime, one-off, and there's a chance that it was unintentional, then maybe they need to go to one of those boot camps or whatever till 21 and then reevaluate the person and sort of look at how they're going to continue in society. I do believe there are evil people in this world and nothing's going to change them, as opposed to just people who have done silly things and ended up where the results have been sad for other families. People have lost members of their family. Yeah, difference between evil, bad, and mischievous, I suppose.
That's very interesting. I didn't I haven't thought about myself if that I would rather just die than be in prison the rest of my life. I I think I would just stay. But before I just go into that, DG, what's up? You muted Nighthawk, what's up? You guys there? Jason, you wanna talk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
talk.
here.
Okay, Jason, go ahead.
Well, I am from Texas, and our state is very big on the death penalty.
Yeah, I heard
And
in Texas if you take a piss on
Yeah.
the sidewalk, you get the death penalty.
I don't think I'll visit Texas. I'm scared already.
oh no, don't, oh come and visit Texas. It's a very nice state. Just stay away
I
from
heard
West Texas.
if you wave to somebody, you might get the death penalty in Texas.
Nah, we have Texan hospitality, but yeah,
It comes with a side of like lethal injections.
going off on my state, but yeah, there's a
Come get you some barbecue and some lethal injection. Come to Texas. Everything's bigger.
come to Texas. We are number one in everything terrible. But let's see. I am very split on a yes and no answer for the death penalty. I think it costs too much money to keep people on death row for X amount of years, and it costs a lot of money to keep up people in jail for X amount of years. Let's see. And yes, there are some evil people in the world who just would be better off getting chucked off. And there are people out there who know that they've done wrong and say, you know what, I'd rather have the death penalty than, stay in prison forever. And I think the death penalty should be used in certain cases, like what the majority of you guys think. And as for the kids, yeah, I'm very split on that too. Let's see. I think we would just leave make a decision by the time they're 18 and go from there. That's
So
all I
you're
have.
saying, like, debate it for if someone was 14 and committed like a triple homicide, like that should be like debated for 4 years,
Yeah.
and then once the debate's over, decide whether or not that kid should get the death penalty.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it should be 21 because the brain hasn't stopped forming till early 20s.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. Nighthawk,
Yo,
speak, my brother. Speak.
what's up? Alright, so as far as the
Hold on,
death penalty,
wait. We're missing Rabbi. That's who we're missing. Josh, invite him, please. Nighthawk, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, as far as the death penalty, I am totally against it. I think we should abolish the death penalty. I think we need to get rid of it. We don't need it. I'm a firm believer in conscience kills you. I think you should be put into maybe not a cell, but you should be put in a chamber, a dungeon chamber, and left there to think about your crimes and let your conscience kill you. That's what I'm a firm believer in as far as children. No, they don't need the death penalty either. They should sit into a freaking chamber and be forced to think about what they've done until their conscience either drives them nuts or it drives them to death.
The thing with that, Knight, is psychopaths and sociopaths often don't have consciences.
Everybody has a conscience, Kiwi.
No, they don't.
Not a sociopath.
No, not a psychopath. They don't.
Even psychopaths.
No, they don't.
Nighthawk, you can't kill 20 people and have a conscience. You can't. I have to disagree with you right there. Everyone doesn't have a conscience. Ted Bundy, the Green River Killer, the Atlanta child murderer, the freaking
So
everyone.
you're telling me they came out of their womb with no conscience?
That is
Yes.
correct, sir.
I
That's one
disagree
of
with
the-
you.
That's one
Who
of
ate
the,
You are wrong.
people? Hannibal?
that's one
Nope.
of their symptoms.
No
of how
human,
to
no
decide.
human comes on this planet with no conscience. That's impossible.
That, you are completely incorrect about that.
That's
That's right.
wrong.
So
might
you're
wanna-
telling
you might
me,
wanna
so you're
look that up.
so you're scientifically going to prove to me.
Yeah.
You're going to have to scientifically prove to
someone
me
could
that
come-
a baby
someone could
coming
come
from
into
a
this
mother's
world
womb has no
is born
conscience.
without a conscience.
Yeah.
Yes, you would
Yes.
have to scientifically prove this to me because I don't believe that for 1 second.
They've done psychological testing, and it does show they have no conscience.
I would have to see this for myself.
And
I
they
don't
will
believe-
say themselves.
I don't believe.
I will show you after the show. I will send you many links. But
'Cause I-
anybody
that-
who's in the psychology field knows
Yeah.
Because
there
I
are
don't
people,
believe that.
there are people that are considered sociopaths, and they are literally have no conscience. The only person they're really concerned
Then-
about is themselves.
Then let me
And
ask you. Then let me propose
They
you
will
another
actually
question.
tell you.
Josh,
They will
that's it right there. That's
Let
the,
me
No,
def-
pro-
that's the definition.
They'll actually tell you, no, I don't feel anything about killing that person.
Yeah,
I don't
Let
feel
me-
upset.
let me-
I don't feel sad. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel anything.
right.
Okay, but you're speaking
don't
from
feel- But I don't feel. They don't feel anything about anything.
but,
I'm not.
but
I'm
wait
not
a minute.
speaking. I'm speaking from an educated perspective. There's
And I'm speaking from humanality, which you're telling me from the time they come out their mother's womb.
Yes.
The day they come out their mother's womb, they ain't even been on the earth
They
an
have
hour.
no conscience.
They
They're
do
An
not.
hour.
They're the
I
type
don't
of
believe that.
that
I don't
They
believe
will-
that.
they hurt
they will
animals
kill-
and their children.
They'll kill
I
a
don't
kitten
believe
at
that.
5 and feel nothing.
How can you kill a kid when you haven't been on this earth an hour? You have not even been on the earth an hour.
I said when they're 5, they will be given a kitten.
I-
It will die. They feel nothing.
They're born. There's something wrong with them. They're born.
So
Excuse
why
me,
does it-
guys. Hang on. Wait a minute. Pause. Excuse me. Let me read the definition of sociopath very quickly.
Okay.
A person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of conscience.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean they don't have a conscience. It's just a lack of one.
That's what lack of conscience means.
That's an extreme lack of conscience, Nighthawk. You have to concede that we're right on this one, please.
Yeah,
I'm going to disagree with that.
you're
So
just.
you're disagreeing with science.
Your Royal fucking Highness says you're wrong, and
I'm going to
He's just
disagree
being
because
argumentative because
there's no way an infant that hasn't even developed a brain yet
I do one better.
they
I do
develop
one
their
better.
brain before they get out of the womb.
Hold on, I do one better.
What? Okay, man. So now the brain is fully developed. Okay.
They have a brain.
You
They
said
have
a
to-
brain. You didn't say a fully developed brain. You said a
I
brain.
said. So
No,
you're
he said without a
telling.
conscience. Wait. No, let's leave it right there. What he said. He said a person cannot be born without a conscience. 1 in 25 people have no conscience.
How is that even possible? How is that humanly possible?
It's possible. Wait, how many freaking billion people on the earth? How is it not possible? Nighthawk, don't
You're
start.
acting like this is
So
random.
out of the
Don't
womb,
start.
nobody. So a infant child that's not even a month old can have no conscience.
Yes,
Yes.
That what you're telling me?
you're acting like
Yes.
this is something
Yes,
brand new.
because
Like, this
Ted
just
Bundy
started.
at a month old grew up to be Ted Bundy. All these people who were serial killers were a
At a
month
month
old,
old?
and they
How is
grew
that
up.
even? How is that possible? How do you
They
even
don't
know
have
how to be a sociopath at
They
a
don't
month
know how to be
old?
when he
I
was
don't understand
born.
this. I don't
I'm
get
not
how
gonna-
that's humanly
Wasn't
possible.
something he was taught.
I don't get how that's possible. I don't get how that's
I'm
possible.
not.
They
I,
will not.
I don't know if I
You
can.
have to be the one.
brain.
Put it this way,
That's
Knight.
a sociopath.
They will-
That's a psychopath. All these things are defined
How
as a
do you
person who
learn this
doesn't have a conscience.
How do you
Or
learn
a
this at a month
lack
old?
of a conscience means
Don't
you doesn't
stop
have
learning.
one. A lack
No.
of, if I lack money,
How
that
do-
means I don't have it. A lack means you don't have it. You're trolling. Stop it.
Yes.
How do you get this? How do you get this stuff at a month and not even a month old?
You
How do
don't
you
get
get
it.
this?
You're born with it.
How do you?
Actually,
How are you born with
Psychopaths.
it?
Knight.
Okay, wait, let me tell
Psychopathism is
you.
not a disease. It's
No,
not a
I-
disease.
listen.
Knight,
Well, it's a
listen.
It's a
sickness.
disease of your
but it's
mind.
not-
It's a
yeah,
disease
it's a
of the
sickness,
mind.
but it's not something you can catch.
Knight,
What?
a child born
Okay,
with a
wait.
brain,
Let me
A
define
child
psychopath.
brain, and they have the ability to, in that brain for memory, for all these different things that the brain affects. These children are born and they don't have the part in their brain where you have a conscience. It's not developed. It doesn't come with them. Okay? And as they grow up and they learn to talk, they learn to love, they learn to play, their conscience does not develop any further than any more than they grow wings.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Now that I can agree with you on. But saying someone comes out of the womb and don't have a conscience,
They do not
Period.
have the part of the brain
They
where the
come out of the room
conscience comes
without
from.
a conscience.
they have to have some conscience, man.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They have to have some
No,
conscience.
they don't.
Some. They have
They
to
do
have at
not.
least 2% of conscience. Come on.
That's
No,
what
You do
Nighthawk
not.
back-
So what are you saying that
Nighthawk-
someone's
I don't believe
conscience
that.
goes away?
I don't
Are
believe
you
that.
saying that a person's conscience goes away?
No, no.
Is that what you're
no,
saying?
I get it. No, I get it. He says he doesn't believe it. Okay, Nighthawk.
I don't believe
You
it.
don't
I don't believe it.
man.
But you,
All right,
you,
Nighthawk
you
doesn't believe
find,
it.
you find us proof that shows us they're born with a conscience.
Well, I need proof that they're born without
Is
one.
that it goes away and then they start
Where does
killing
it
people?
go?
You
Yeah.
start off as a serial killer and it escalates. It doesn't de-escalate.
I don't think you can start off as a serial killer because
You
learning how
start
to
off
kill is
setting
a
shit on
learned behavior.
fire and
It's
killing
a learned
cats and
behavior,
peeing in
though.
the bed.
It's not something you know off the
It's not
top
a
of your
learned
head.
behavior.
You have to learn how to set fires. You don't just know how to do it off the
Jesus.
top of your head. Are you
So
serious?
now someone teaches someone to be a serial killer. Is that what you're saying now? A serial killer
Yes.
begat
I'm
another serial
saying
killer.
to set fires. I'm saying to set fires is a freaking action. It's not something you know. You have
But
to
you
learn
learn-
how to set a fire. It's not
You
something
learn
you
how-
know.
You learn how to set a fire to keep warm, don't you?
Not to kill people.
Then you use it for other reasons. And
Jesus.
that is a choice. That is a
This is
choice.
absolutely ridiculous.
Don't call Jesus on me.
Yeah, this is fucking. You can't be born a sociopath. All right, man, that's cool. You can believe
I don't
that.
believe you can. I don't believe you
All
can.
right, man. You can
So
go
how
hang
do you-
out with the people that think the world's flat too.
So how do you become one, Knight?
I'm not a scientist. I'm telling you what I
You
believe
come out
and what
with-
I see.
You've come out with
Wait,
this statement.
Pause.
So how do they
Pause.
become one?
I'm sorry, Kiwi. If you're not a fucking scientist, then how do you know that people are born with a conscience? but you don't know that they're not.
You've just
I don't
lost
think
your
they
own
are.
argument, Knight.
I don't think they are, man. I don't think you can be. I
You're
just
not a
don't.
fucking scientist.
I'm not.
Fine. No. It's fine if that's
Hang on.
not what you.
Hang on.
And that's Knights are
Yeah, I don't care what anybody you say. And until you prove me wrong, I'm not going to believe you.
I already have proved you wrong, man.
Scientists have Knight.
What?
Scientists have proven you wrong.
Well, that's nice for them.
The literal definition of any type of crazy person you could think of, someone that does something to the extreme, like kill someone or hurt someone or animals, is someone with a lack of conscience. And you're saying that
Well,
it's
then mine,
not
it's
people.
not freaking wrong.
Yeah, I have to see this whole conversation that Knight's a conspiracy theorist and he's gonna stand on his beliefs.
Listen,
and
I
That's
am
not-
too. I am
No,
too, but I know that the earth is round. I know that all white people are not out to get me. And
I kill
I
things.
know that
So what does that
aliens are
mean?
not coming to get me in 2052. You know, I am a conspiracy theorist, though.
Because I kill things. So, I mean,
Go
what are you
ahead.
trying to say?
Bush
You're
had something to do with the
We're
towers.
all trying to say something. We're all trying to say something. We're out to get you, man. That's what it is.
I kill things. So does that make me a psychopath too?
No,
Were you killing
I just wanna
kids
know.
when
You have behaviors or traits. You
it
might, at the moment,
I'm
at
just
the moment,
asking.
you were suffering at the
seems like you're
moment.
defending. Seems like you're defending sociopaths.
I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't think we need a death penalty for either or. And I don't care what anybody says.
Well, that's
Listen,
fine.
no one is disagreeing with that. We're disagreeing with, what you're saying about the conscious thing. So that's your point, and I want to move this on along to DG because
Yes.
I do have
Let's
some more
move
things
on.
I would like to say, and I am hosting, and we're not going to turn this into a pick on Nighthawk thing. So, oh, and he left.
already
So
left.
whatever.
Hey, his
We were
opinions
not
was a
picking
shitty
on
opinion.
Nighthawk. Come back. We love you. DG,
You can come in
what's
back
up,
in
man?
there, huh? But hey, you were wrong.
Are you for it? Are you against it? Are you semi? Are you like, what's going on? Talk to us.
death penalty, I believe, it should be on a case-to-case basis. It depends on what type of crime they do, kind of like what Josh said, and then uh, certain cases, probably say in the last few years, I think where there's like some cases like i.e. like the Detroit freezer mom who had two kids in the freezer, and then the other mother who had her disabled daughter put in the freezer, or the mother who set her child on fire. So those just example of them three cases where I think death penalty should be invoked. In them cases, they need to go ASAP. They don't need to live. They don't. I believe they don't have no soul. I believe they need to go. They don't need to live anymore. They need to go. It'll be easy for them taxpayers just kill them already.
You think they're evil people from the start, DG, like I was saying?
I don't know. I don't know for I don't know for sure, but I'll just look at the action that they did. As far as
The
they, I think,
actions are extremely evil,
yeah,
as opposed to accidental.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And then with
I
14
agree.
like
I agree with that too.
then with like people like 14 under 18, it should be the same thing depending on what crime they do. What I think for children, I think they're reluctant to actually put death penalty on people under 18. They're reluctant to do it. They'll rather just get them life instead of just getting them death penalty. And then it's kind of like it's generally I think on death penalty they generally they'll probably kill male quicker than kill women. I think they also reluctant to kill women too on a death penalty too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, the whole point is we don't have to. Everybody doesn't have to agree, but um, I agree with what you said with what you're saying, and you're not being contrary just to be contrary. So that's
No, I've got this thing at the back of my head. If there's a 0.01% chance that they're innocent because nobody saw the crime happen and there's no definite DNA to prove them guilty, I think we have to err on the side of caution and not kill them, not give them a death penalty, because I actually think in years gone by, quite a few innocent people have been given the death penalty, and it has been proven by DNA later on that they were actually innocent of whatever.
yeah, that's really unfortunate.
So I've got that in the back of my mind, and that does worry me.
Yeah, that is a big that's a big miscarriage of justice when that happens, when
Yeah,
somebody is put to death and they're screaming, at the top of their lungs, "I didn't do this," and then it turns out that they didn't do it. And that goes for the case even if somebody ends up getting like 20 or 30 years in prison, and then DNA evidence sets
yep,
them free.
yeah,
It's a horrible, horrible. And you
because
want to say that you want to take somebody's word for it from the beginning,
yeah,
when all the evidence seems like it's pointing to them being the guilty party. It's it's hard, and then when you find out, you kind of wish that you had listened more to what the evidence actually, like maybe it was just more circumstantial than you even thought from the beginning.
yeah. So for me, there's always that thought in the back of my mind, unless people have seen them commit that crime.
Right. Yeah.
And I'd hate to be on that jury and give them the death penalty. I couldn't
Yeah,
live
that's
with
one of the other things is in some states the jury gets to choose whether it's the death penalty other than the judge. And
Yes,
what about if you were somebody in the jury that even convicted an innocent person? I mean, I guess it's one of those.
because
It's one of the things you accept when you accept jury duty, but
juries aren't
I would
often
certainly
equipped
hate to
with,
be wrong.
a lot of jurors aren't equipped with the education to know about science, DNA, and that sort of thing, and they're
Right.
given such a hefty load on their shoulders to make such a major decision. I think it's too much for
I was selected for
individual
jury duty
people.
once, and I was selected for a murder case. And as soon as I found out it was a murder case, I went straight to my doctor. Told my doctor, write me a note, get me out of jury duty. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put it in. I don't want to even have the small chance that I'd be wrong.
Yeah. Would you have had to decide on the punishment as well?
No, that would have been up to the judge.
Right.
In our state, you decide guilty or not guilty.
And that's all you have
But
to do.
yeah, the punishment is up to the judge.
Yep.
And in Ohio, it's really hard to get the death penalty. I mean, judges do give it out, but very sparingly. It's not like Texas or nothing, where everything's a death penalty. Jaywalking, you get the death penalty.
Jaywalking, yeah.
Don't pick the blue
Fucking
bonnets.
Texas. Fucking Texas. Except for Austin. Austin rocks.
Yeah.
What do you think, AZ? You're awfully quiet about this subject.
Well, let's go back to what Knight was talking about. We all know that some kids, it doesn't matter. They have, maybe, I don't know, some cells have gone wrong. And they have no conscience. They have no regret system. And they just love to burn little kittens and watch them die. Maybe they grow up to be psychopaths and eventually go kill 20 million white girls somewhere, bury them in the woods. I don't know. We can look at that, but then we could also look at whether it comes down to nurture or innate. If a child lacks nurture for the first 5 years, and then that child is raised in the hood, and then that child has access to weapons, is there a high percentage of probability that that child might go out one day and kill 6 kids just to get into a gang, and then they're only 12?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I see where you're headed.
Yeah.
I see where you're headed. Just being,
But you're
born
like
without
doing-
a conscience, or are you trying to join, a gang by taking people out?
Because just because you take people out to get into a gang, you may actually know the right from wrong. You know you're doing
Yeah.
it wrong, but you still want to join the gang, so you'll go along with the group and do wrong.
Yeah, but what if they had no nurture at all for the first 5 years of their life? What if they were treated like dogs?
That does happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It does happen. Usually, most generally, people still have a notion of what's right and wrong, even if they, for the first 5 years of their life, say they're abandoned and have to have grown up in like a group home, or they're still within most people, no matter how much of an asshole they are, they generally know the difference between right and wrong.
I believe they are some degree of nature.
Do I think they would deserve the death penalty? Again, it comes on a case-by-case basis. I mean, if you murder 6 kids, I mean, I don't know. That would have to be... I mean, I might have to say I might be in favor for the death penalty.
What about that Freezer Mom case?
Death penalty.
She looks like she had her kids, and it looked like she was a natural, everyday mom on Section 8, whatever it is they have over there, and then suddenly she killed one. Yeah,
No,
and then she killed another.
She was beating those kids and continued to beat the victim of the rape after she put the other 2 in the freezer.
Right.
So
that's right.
one minute she's saying she did it because she did it for the love of that younger child and they should never have raped him. The next minute she's bashing him like he's nothing special.
So, like Kiwi was saying in New Zealand, there's no death penalty. What do you think when it comes to, like, say, the freezer mom?
Freezer Mom. Personally, I think no, let her rot.
Okay.
But, completely isolate her from any social interaction. Let her rot.
Because
Let her
the
know.
Do
death,
like a
because death,
23-hour lockdown.
because
No,
death's too easy
24.
for her.
That's the shame when it comes to American prisons. They have to give them at least 1 hour outside the cell.
Yeah, same here.
Do
So
you?
even if somebody is in there for the most heinous crime, they get an hour.
I know. But a part of me, what she did,
Wouldn't
no.
want to even give her that hour. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, like the
Death is
death
good for her.
penalty by lethal injection is too good for her.
Yeah.
I agree with that too. Make her feel the pain. Shalom,
Yep.
Rabbi.
Hey, Rabs.
Hey,
What do
Rabbi.
you? Let's ask Rabbi how he feels about the Queen has I don't know if you saw her post earlier, but if not, Queenie, you're
Hi,
hosting the
yes,
show.
I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Queenie was looking for her druggies. Yes. Oh, actually, Rabbi just joined the chat, so
That's what we were
I
saying.
just want him. Shut up. Listen, I was trying to jump back in. Okay, look. So, bam, yes, like they were saying, Queenie was doing things. Rabbi's back, and Rabbi, the topic is the death penalty, and do you believe in it? Do you believe that we should enforce the death penalty, and do you believe that children 14 or younger should be given the death penalty? And yeah, I think it's actually a few more like bulletins to that, but I was getting everyone's opinion on that, and we're all pretty much for it for a lot of reasons and against it, and I actually haven't given my opinion yet. I'm waiting on you, so you have the floor, Rabbi.
All right. Yes, I do believe in a capital punishment for the death penalty in in severe cases when it comes to criminals. As far as is acceptable for a child age 14, if the crime is extreme, I think that the death penalty should serve that purpose.
Yeah, that's hard, eh?
That seems to be most
Yes.
people in here's thought. If it's not everybody's, but it seems to be most people's thought. If it fits, if the crime fits it, then yeah. If it doesn't, then well, no, of course. But there are severe.
Sorry.
Can I give you a situation that happened in the UK about two young boys?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
all right, Queen? Two young boys, I think they were 10 and 11. They lured a 2-year-old away from a shopping mall, led him out of the shopping mall. People did see the 2-year-old crying, but these two kids said, "He's our little brother. It's all right. We'll take him home." What they did, they took him out, took him away from the shopping centre, committed horrific crimes on him, and then basically stoned him to death and strangled him on a railway line a couple of miles away. Those kids, due to their laws in the UK, were released at 21, I think. They were given new identities and moved away from that area. One, within the first 2 years of being released, had reoffended and had again sexually abused another child. People found out where they were. The authorities have spent, I don't know how much, on changing these kids' names time and time again and moving them time and time again. One has gone on to live a reasonably normal life, the other is a total psychopath. But no one will diagnose a child as a psychopath or a sociopath because that gives them a bad label or stigma at an early age. Is that right or wrong?
That's wrong.
I personally think that you can definitely, and I have met children who I believed were sociopaths.
I agree. You know they're going to be bad.
Yeah, it's usually a very sick individual, like somebody, like the kids you just described, and as far as giving them a new identity, it almost sounds like they're more trying to protect the killers rather than the victims.
Yep, the family were just devastated that all this money was spent on them, but the family got sweet all and had to live
no justice
with the knowledge of what was done to their little baby. I mean, it was horrific what was done. I know at that age, I didn't even know about that act that they did to them, that they did to this 2-year-old. I didn't know that that sort of thing happened. They did.
It shouldn't happen.
No, and being released at 21, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's again, that's definitely the fault of the system. UK, you said which part of the UK? England, Northern Ireland.
England, yeah.
Yeah, the laws are, some laws they have very right over there, and some laws are.
Others, like here, the time does not fit the crime.
Yeah, it's a little too lenient. Not a little, a lot too lenient.
Like here, you'll get 14 years for murder.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And that's considered life. At 14 years minimum non-parole. By 17 years, 20 years, you can get out. To me, that's not life. If you're 20 when you commit the crime, do 20 years, you get out at 40, you've still got a lot of life there.
A lot of life.
Yeah.
If you happen to live to be 85, you have a long.
Yeah.
Long.
And,
you don't even have to think about what you did.
Yeah, and that
Technically,
person.
you paid for your crime.
Yeah, and that person is still dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys.
I'd like to see harsher penalties here, but Queen, what do you think about this situation?
I think that, that's horrible. I think that is way too lenient. I think that 14 years for murder is, like, crazy. But then again...
I do too.
But not for that situation, I think the system failed them. I feel like... See, me, I'm going to say this. I'm for the death penalty in this day and age with the evidence, with the DNA evidence and stuff that we're able to get, with all type of forensic evidence that we're able to get. I'm for in this day and age. If you can 100% prove that someone just did an absolute heinous crime that caused taking their life, then I think that we should, do it. But as far as kids, I don't believe in kids, period. I think maybe give them life and then eventually commute it when they get older, only if they've been because if you keep them locked away long enough, you might be able to assess if they'll be able to, get back into society. But then again, because with me, it's like, who are we to play God and say that a child, especially if they're let's say, well, I wouldn't say really 14, but I'd say a little younger than 14, like maybe 12. I would say start the death penalty at like 13 if they just do something like really, really awful, like kill their whole family. Because if you kill your whole family, which I wish Nighthawk was here, you have no conscience, at 13. So
I
I'm
agree.
for it and then I'm against it. And I'm for it for a lot of reasons and then I'm against it for a lot of reasons. Like, because I feel like an 80-year-old man on death row right now, if he didn't do something, if he didn't kill a lot of people because you got to think about a circumstance in which someone kills someone, because even though they do give some people lesser time, maybe then they might have gotten, different things might have caused it for their sentence to be that, but that's more on the life, that's more on another.
Yeah,
What
that's.
we look.
I was thinking of an example that a few years ago. Actually, another one just recently. The one that happened a few years ago actually it was more national news. A kid ended up killing his younger sister. The kid himself was only like 9 or 10, and his sister was more like I forget her actual age. It was between more like 3 and 5. And he performed a quote-unquote wrestling move
Oh yeah, I
that he
heard
saw
about that.
on television, and he did it on her, and it killed her. And
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah, it's one of those circumstances where the family and there were people like calling for the child's blood. And did I believe, because he did actually murder, his sister. Do I believe that he deserves some time? Yeah, for that crime, maybe until he was 21. But
Was
there was
it
no, there
was
was
that
nothing malicious about it.
was it murder or manslaughter? Did he? What was the intent?
They tried him. There was no intent. He didn't
Right,
actually try to kill. He
right. He
was
was
just
just
performing a wrestling move.
playing. Yep.
And they tried for murder. Murder won. They tried to give him the death penalty,
Wow.
and it didn't happen. But I think he got prison until he was 21. Now that's something because he did do something horrible.
Yeah. You do have to
But
pay.
He's going to have to live with that for every day of the rest of his life. It's going to be on his conscience that he killed his little sister.
To me,
Yeah,
that's a huge punishment in itself.
yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a case where I don't think the death penalty was warranted.
That's like
even.
double punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death penalty to me is too kind. I feel like if you should have to live the rest of your days in like solitary confinement, like 2 meals a day, like bread and fucking water.
Bread and water,
forever.
Yeah, that's kind of what Knight
Because
was saying. That's kind of what Knight was saying. Lock them up in a cage.
yeah, because
I was
people's
just
family is gonna have to live. You need to feel the same way someone's family is gonna have to live forever. That empty feeling of forever.
yeah. Some families want to go for the death penalty, and in some cases, I absolutely agree. But there's some cases where I just want to say, this person's going to be living with this literally the rest of their life, or the rest of their life in prison. And if they're under like 23-hour lockdown, and that's all they'll have time to think about, they'll
Like
literally
I said, I'd rather be dead than have that for
right.
the next 30 years.
It's also
God.
cheaper. It's cheaper to put somebody in prison for the rest of their life than it is to execute them. It costs taxpayers less money to just imprison somebody than it is to put them to death. So that's why I say in some cases I think it is warranted, because there are some people that the planet's just better off without. I mean, when they executed Queen's Ted Bundy, for example, like I think the planet is just better off without Ted Bundy. I think that he was definitely somebody that deserved the death penalty, just for the amount of heinous crimes that he committed. I mean, you could say Well, he would have to put him in prison for the rest of his life would have been a more suiting, or the crime would have been more, that would have been more fitting. But there was somebody again who didn't have a conscience, so he wouldn't have thought about that. He would have just thought about himself and why poor Ted Bundy had to be in jail or prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah, just like Michelle Blair, the Detroit Freezer mom. She's another one that.
It just, poor me. Not poor victims, but poor me.
Yeah.
And those are the people you gotta get rid of. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kiwi. Then we're gonna go into the next part of this subject.
There's part of me that, yes, I definitely want the death penalty for certain crimes, but then I think, okay, we give them the death penalty, and let's say I'm the judge or I'm on the jury and I've voted for that. Does that make me any better than that person? They've killed a person.
Right.
Now I'm saying kill that person. That puts me on the same level as that person, and I don't want to be on that same level.
More like kind of like the eye for an eye punishment type thing.
Yeah,
and
but
what's even worse is if it was you like pulling the switch, then you're technically really doing the killing.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm better than that person who's on trial.
That's why I personally opted out of jury duty. That's why I went to my doctor and got out of it, because I didn't want that responsibility.
I don't know. The jury duties I've had to do with just drug cases, and I was able to be excused because I knew the guys. But I don't think I could do anything more serious than selling to an undercover cop.
Yeah, mine was a murder case, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
I don't think I could come home each night thinking, geez, and not sleep and wonder about all the stuff I'd been fed that day, not being able to discuss it with anybody, all the rules. It's hard going, and it can go for weeks.
It turned out that that particular jury that I was going to be a part of was ended up being sequestered too. So they had to stay in some random motel or hotel in the middle of nowhere where nobody knew where they were. Yeah, it would have been all around just a bad thing. I was very happy.
It was one of those cases.
My doctor wrote me an excuse. Yeah, they had to take everybody, put them in a random motel in the middle of nowhere, so nobody got to them.
Wow.
In the middle. There was somebody. The guy that was on, somebody in his, who he was gang affiliated with, had got to one of the jurors and threatened him. That's why they sequestered the jury. Yeah, it was some punk motherfucker.
The conspiracy theorist part of me would always think, is someone able to get to me afterwards? Do they know my name? Do they know which way I voted? Can the other people on the jury be trusted to shut their mouths about what I said and what my name is? Because I wouldn't want it to get out, but I think it would. That would be my worry.
To go along with that, Kiwi, honestly, once I honestly figured out that the rabbit hole goes deeper than we can imagine, I don't search for shit on my computer. I don't look up anything. I know what I know, and that's it, because they're not going to, I'm not going to search the wrong thing, and then something goes off somewhere else, and then Big Brother sends off an alert somewhere.
But like Josh said, a gang got to one of the jurors. Now that would worry me, because I know things like that happen. I know there are corrupt people in the court system. That would worry me. I don't trust easily. So I wouldn't know the other people on the jury, so I automatically wouldn't trust them straight off. to
Yeah, from what it
know
came out
who the hell they are.
to the internal investigation is they had paid one of the bailiffs off, and
Exactly.
he was giving up information on the jury,
Yep.
and that's why they were sequestered. It was nothing happened to that jury.
Even after being sequestered, I'd be concerned for my safety.
Very trustful.
Yeah. The trust has already been broken. My idea would be it can be broken again. But that's just me.
Right. No, that's actually it's a valid point.
I trust you guys.
Okay, guys. So my next question is, do you feel that people who received the death penalty 20 or more years ago, when laws were kind of a little different, or not even just laws, but when life in the world, in the government, and everything was just a little different, do you think that, I won't say that they should be taking off the death penalty, but do you think that, that they should get out, but do you think that they should get life in prison instead of death, like their sentence should be commuted?
Well, in certain cases, I would say yes. And the only reason I would say yes is it depends on if the person, depending on the crime they committed. If it was a one-off, and let's say it was brutal. Let's even say that. Let's say it was brutal. The crime they committed was absolutely brutal. And
like there was rape involved prior to.
Let's say it was rape, or they stabbed somebody like 300 times.
A painful death.
Yeah, slow, painful, kidnapping, whatever.
They had spent 20 years in prison, and let's say the governor of this particular state that they were, convicted and put on death row for, decided that they were thinking about commuting that person's sentence. The only reason I say yes is because 20 years is a long enough time to where if you sat down with that person, they could say, listen, I was a dumb child. See, possibly, if there was real remorse there. Like somebody was really remorseful, like I am not that person. Not some fake horseshit that they've rehearsed 100 times.
And from the age of 20 to the age of 40, we all change, whether we're in prison or living life out in society.
That's absolutely correct.
It's natural to change, to grow, and I'm sure they do, even in prison.
Yeah, I think for some cases, if there's an actual remorse there, I think some cases, not nearly all, but in certain cases, I think when the person actually is feeling real remorse, I think that their sentence could be commuted to life in prison from death. I think that that's an okay thing.
Or
I definitely agree.
I think some of those who have been given life, if they've got the right support outside, I think they should have a chance at having some freedom. I don't think they should die behind bars. I think that's, if they've done 30, 35 years for a crime that they were young and dumb and someone happened to die and they got life without parole, after 35, maybe 40 years, if they've got some family member who will help them and look after them.
Revisit the idea of parole.
Yeah. The other thing, is it alright if I keep talking? Group?
Yeah. Of course.
Thank you. I don't want to just barge in.
No, it's fine.
I've lost my train of thought.
It's so lovely to hear your voice.
Thank you. What was
my internet wife does have a lovely voice. You were saying.
I really can't think.
You were saying.
What was the question? What were you talking about?
You were talking about.
Okay, I know where I am.
Somebody get parole if they've been. Yeah.
I think because of technology changes, the way that's changing so quickly, the way we have learnt scientifically new things, that when the laws were made, they had no idea that science would go in the direction that it's gone. So they had to make the rules and the laws according to what they knew at the time. In 2016, things have changed so drastically that I think maybe a whole overview of the laws made, they all need to be looked at, especially where the death penalty may be given or life without parole, because they are pretty harsh sentences, so you want to make sure that you get them right. We now have the scientific methods to help with that, so I think maybe the laws and the process needs to be reviewed.
Yeah, that's one thing.
I agree.
It's one thing states, especially judges, original judges, they don't. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of something called like Project Freedom. It's where they think that a trial may have been slanted or gone the wrong way, that the person had been found guilty when it was kind of clear that they weren't guilty. They will spend they'll spend like 20 years, you know, trying to fight like local district attorneys, judges, just trying to get new evidence into in front of a court.
Exactly.
To show, hey, this guy wasn't even here that night.
Exactly. I don't think it should take so long for the judicial process.
Yeah,
and
they don't want to be wrong.
Exactly. I don't think that person should become a victim because of the what would you call it, the pride or the ego of the judge or the DA or whoever,
Right.
when in fact you may be dealing with a innocent person. They shouldn't have to jump through hoops. They shouldn't have to keep going from the lowest court to the highest court in the land, costing lawyer fees, you know, through the roof, because they keep getting denied.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like, there should be,
I
like,
think
every so often, in every case, there should be a review to make sure we got this right.
yes,
I agree.
it's been proven that visual IDs are proven to be worthless.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll use something as weak and as circumstantial as just a hearing. They'll go by, have people, you know, recite what they thought that they heard, and they'll go off of an ID, like an auditory ID. And that,
Yeah.
again, that would be even more worthless than a visual ID.
Yes. Yeah.
You'll have people in visual IDs where the district attorney and or the cops or at the time will be coaching the person who they should pick out of the lineup.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's corruption. There's
There's
corruption.
corruption in every. I think there's corruption just about in every system, not just the court system and the police system. I think there's corruption in every system and every job.
Oh, absolutely.
It's been shown with DNA that people who died either by the death penalty or died from old age in prison turn out to be innocent. We've had a case just recently, a young boy at 16. He was affiliated to a gang, and then DNA 20 years later, proved he did not kill the woman. He did not rape her. They did know who the person's DNA belonged to. They still have not arrested him. They did go to the Privy Council in England to get this, now, what was he, 36, to get him out of jail in New Zealand, and they won the case. But they still have not arrested the guy whose DNA, who did rape and murder this woman. He's still walking free, but they know who he is. So there you go. If we'd had the death penalty, that 16-year-old would have been dead because it was a horrific murder.
Right. I'm going to
Josh.
I'm going to announce something that's completely off topic. We're going to have to do a part 2 because Queen's mic is pretty messed up. You can hear it slightly. So Queen is going to have to, is the moment she leaves the group, the live chat wins. She's going to have to restart her computer, and we're going to have to do a part 2. So Queen, when you go to start this back up again, just make sure in the description you put part 2.
So we all
Okay.
leave as well?
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
we're all going to... Wait, now we
Wait,
can hear you. Wait. Yes, now we
Yeah, I
can
was
hear
gonna
you.
say, can you hear me now? Okay, I think maybe it takes a few minutes for it to reboot or something. Like, cause when I unplug my earbuds, like it's my sound won't work. But then when I plug it back, I don't know. But I'm good.
Okay.
Never mind.
Everything I just said, to everybody that's going to watch this, ignore it. We're going to keep going.
Y'all know how us sisters be. We can't get our shit together.
That's all right, Queen. You're doing your best. It's a good
Yeah.
topic.
I was gonna say
Everybody,
Kiwi and Josh are really saying. I really want to hear what DG and everyone else and Rabbi is gonna say. But Kiwi and Josh are really saying what my sentiments are exactly on this particular one. They're saying exactly how I feel. So I'm like, I'm just gonna lay here and let them talk because this is exactly how I feel. But you guys, y'all
Queen,
feel free to chime in too. But
that makes me feel not quite so.
oh no, I'm just the only reason I'm just listening because that's exactly how I feel, and you guys are bringing up great examples and great points, and it's just wonderful. I'm just laying here.
there are so many times when I want other people to jump in, though.
Yeah.
AZ can't jump in right now. He's on a quote-unquote Uber run. He'll be back in a few minutes. But Jason, Rabbi,
And
DG,
Rabbi, D Jizzle for Shizzle, my nizzle.
Bonjour.
like let's get some of your
Au revoir.
yeah, olive oil.
Hi.
Could you restate the question?
The question is,
Why don't you open your ears, motherfucker?
Don't you speak
Where
a little
this
bit
nigga
like
been?
that, Josh? You
Oh, I'm
don't
sorry, we're
sound
live.
like that.
Where is, I'm sorry, we're live. I didn't mean to say that. Where's this nigga
That's
been?
what Samuel Jackson impression with the word motherfucker.
There are
The
children
question
watching.
is,
Bring that word up.
I hope there are. Hey, children.
what? I'm just talking about Shaft.
Hey, children. Go fuck
The question
yourself,
is, do you feel that people who received the death penalty 20 years ago, when laws and time and people and everything was way different, do you think their sentences should be commuted to life in prison, or as Kiwi and Josh were saying, even get out? And I think you might have heard of the Project Freedom because you're on social media, so, and that's where I saw about it at. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's see. I agree that there's cases where there are people who did crimes and they're still in prison right now and they know they didn't do crimes, but with the advancement in technology and DNA evidence, that those crimes can be disproven, and I think the people who are in that boat should be able to get a second chance at freedom, or just get their freedom back completely.
Yep.
And as for people who have been on the death penalty for like ever, like pretty much in the last 20 or 30 years. It's tricky. Like not too long ago, there was a mother who was on the death penalty here in Texas, Oklahoma, maybe. I'm not sure where. Who murdered her
Somewhere down
husband,
south.
but her children were pleading for her life to be spared, and eventually it ended as as pretty much a lot of death penalty cases ended. She was executed. So that's where like I'm split.
Do you think if somebody shows after like 20, 25 years, 30 years, somebody could sit back and show true remorse versus somebody who's just like a complete, sociopath? Do you think they should be commuted to life in prison, or? I mean, it's your opinion. So I mean,
Okay, let's see. Well, if they do show remorse, and however, but oh gosh, let me talk about an example. Maybe I'll get my ideas rolling. So back in 1995, one of my favorite singers ever, Selena, was murdered by her quote-unquote best friend and fan club president. To this
Yeah.
day, that woman says it was an accident, and that's just, and she doesn't really show remorse. Well, she did. Well, after that, after she did kill Selena, she went to her truck and she was in there for hours holding a gun to her head,
Yeah, I
saying
know.
she didn't mean to do it, but today I
Threatening
don't see remorse in
suicide.
her.
Threatening
but
suicide.
what if let's take that, because I remember that happening to Selena. Um, she was set to be like the next Madonna,
Yeah,
and
For Mexicans.
well, no, even that she was going to cross over into the United
Yeah.
States and be
Yeah.
like the
she had
next,
great English
Well,
music.
but she already lived here. She was already American. She was Mexican.
Yeah, she was, but she was going to be. She had already made it big in the Latin American states and was going to be a crossover in the United States. But let's say the fan club president / best friend sat down, admitted 100% to doing it, you know, um, and actually felt honest to goodness, just remorse. Part of remorse is, saying, you did it. I did that crime, and if it's something I could take back, I would. But on a much more not just if I could take it back, I would, but yeah, I can't. But really showed that they were sorry. And let's say that she had been given the death penalty, and after say like 30 years of just sitting on death row, and after like showing some real remorse, would you agree with like say her getting even though she was one of your favorite singers, try to take that part out?
Yeah, then also,
Okay.
and also Jason being Mexican American is like is the
Yeah.
heritage
Well,
thing. too.
let's try to take that part out too.
Okay.
Would you think that she could possibly have it commuted to life? And
Well, she could try to find some ranch in some unknown state, but
oh,
some
not getting
state
out of
like-
prison, not getting out
Oh,
of
you're
prison,
saying?
just being commuted to life,
Okay,
from
well,
death to life.
okay, well, she's like pretty much old now, so the killer's old, so time is ticking, and Hispanics don't really live that long. But oh gosh,
AZ is back. AZ, the question is,
Yeah.
do you think that people who received the death penalty over 20 years ago should have their sentence commuted? 20 years ago when things were different, when people were different, lives were different, the world was different. Do you think that their death penalty sentence should be commuted to life?
Let's hear Jason to get a chance to finish.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
okay, wow, I don't know. I mean, Yolanda doesn't really look like a very sane person, to be honest.
Let's use. I was just using
I
that
don't
as a
think she
template.
could ever
They weren't
feel remorse for that. She's
even.
jealous. She's a psychopath.
I was. Let's just use. I was using that as more of a template. Let's just say there's not anybody that you had ever known or known of or heard say that was something that just a woman killed another woman and she was on death row and it had been 20, 25 years, whatever, and she had the opportunity to show real remorse. Do you think that it could be yes or no? I mean, there's no wrong answer.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So you think that
I'm with
given
Jason.
the right circumstances that they should possibly have the chance of having it commuted to life?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so far, all right, AZ. Now it's up to you, my man.
Oh,
I kind of jumped the gun there.
That's okay.
okay.
Happens to all of us, Queen. You were too
Okay.
pumped, chump.
If they went in at the time of their sentencing, they went in for just, say, one murder or one extreme.
And let's even say it was brutal. Yeah, that's
Say
completely
a brutal rape
Yeah.
and
Heated
murder.
and killed
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah, and then he spent 20 years, went through all the programs, and if he passes a few tests, then yeah.
This shows like real remorse.
Yeah, shows remorse, shows regret, is trying to actively keep his rehab inside going. Yeah, commute him to life or let him go. Pending.
Yeah, that's the other thing we were talking about is if somebody spent so long that like they've got life in prison and they spent 40 years or so in prison, if they should have a chance to maybe, even if they didn't get parole, like say they got life in prison without parole, should they possibly get a chance to be paroled if they had just utter
I just thought about
remorse?
To basically have the chance to die outside prison walls.
They'd be old as shit, but
At least
this
they
is
wouldn't.
what I just thought about. I feel like if you went in at 40, you're pretty much the person you're going to be for the rest of your life. So
You're probably right
at 20, you'll be 60. So, yeah, you should still be doing life, because you still did take someone else's life or you did a brutal crime against someone else. But if you're 20 and you kill someone, I think you should get out. 20 years later, I think you should get out. You know what I'm saying? Because at 40, then you are like AZ said, after some tests and stuff, you are that person you're going to be by then. So they should be able to assess if you're, if you're going to kill someone or not.
If you really have changed, yeah.
Like if they look at their whole prison history, they've done as many programs as they can. They've worked, they've done some education, they've used their time wisely, they've stayed
kept their
pretty
nose
much
clean. Yeah.
Yep. I think that also goes to show the type of person they are and that they would be in society and they're not.
They might have done something young and stupid. Go ahead.
Can I skew the show just a little bit?
Yeah.
Just to add, okay, we got these guys that, we commute them to life or we let them go. And if we let them go, we still don't know whether they will carry on with how they were when they were free. So I think it's coming up to this anyway. We're going to chip them anyway. The ankle bands, all that doesn't work. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, I think that's true.
They cut them off here.
Yeah. They cut them off. Run away for
here, if you're under like house arrest or something like that, if you try to cut it off, well, it's probably the same way in your country. That if they get cut off, it automatically informs the police, and they go right back to they usually, unless they're really good at running.
We had one person's managed to slip it off, and I think he had 3 weeks of freedom.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Our police are pretty understaffed and slow off the mark for things like that.
Well, that happens in the United States too. I mean, those guys last year that were on the run in New York, they were on the run for hell.
Yeah, I remember those.
Much longer than they should. Much longer than they should.
Barefoot in the woods on the run for months.
We're finding Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, and these guys in New York are just out for eating hamburgers.
We fucking suck at hide and seek in America.
Well,
I have to admit, I watch a lot of your the crime channel here, and it's a lot of situations that have happened in the States, and it is quite amusing at times.
Oh yes, the cops can be total
funny.
buffoons.
Yep.
And total buffoons, yeah, exactly. Rabbi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What were you saying? Were you saying something? See, I kept seeing your icon light up.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that at all.
I think AZ wanted to say something.
We're going to go the way of the chipping anyway. We're going to start with the pedophiles.
I agree. I'm sorry.
I forgot
pedophiles-
about that. But they let most of them out anyways, right?
Yeah, they usually get out and
they just make them register.
Here's my thing when it comes to pedophiles.
If you can fuck a kid and just have to register, you can fucking kill someone for fucking stealing from you or something and only have to register. I'm sorry.
A pedophile should get a gun put to their head and just pull the fucking trigger.
I would get the fucking death penalty.
I wouldn't mind pulling the trigger.
That's the only people I believe should get the death penalty.
The next time they'll know not to leave a witness. I think if they get caught once, they'll know next time not to leave a witness.
Yeah.
That's what they'll learn.
I think the way we chip them is that we lock it onto the spine.
There
no
you
way
go.
to get it out.
If somebody tries to put a little explosive on it. If somebody tries to remove it, it just blows their fucking spine up. They fucking die.
I'd actually like to put it lower spine, but other side.
Just strap it right to their nuts.
Yes. Hey. That's what I was getting at.
Castrate these fuckers.
Didn't the American Psychiatric Association try to put pedophilia as a mental disorder?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're sick. That's for sure.
Yeah, yes, I can see your point. Putting the plug, like electronics, like have like a pliers attached to their nuts while every time. Yeah, that might be it.
Well, the thing is, it's the type of sickness. It's the type of mental. Technically, it is classified as a mental illness, but it's a type of mental illness to where they're hurting somebody else. I mean, they're not just hurting themselves where you want to give them help as not to hurt themselves, but they're raping children.
Yeah.
That's where, for me, I kind of draw the line there. It's like, give me the gun, I will shoot them.
They also tried to make it as a sexual orientation, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
In NAMBLA, it's an actual organization.
Oh, NAMBLA.
National Association of Man-Boy Lovers, or whatever the fuck.
Disgusting.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
But then again, if you take a 20 or 19-year-old guy, 20-year-old guy who gets done for statutory rape of a 16-year-old, is that underage?
No, a 15-year-old.
15-year-old.
16 no, but 15. Yeah.
Is he? Do you consider him a paedophile?
No,
But she's
no, I didn't.
underage.
Yeah, I know. He's not fully cooked though either. It's one of those cases where if it was my world and I got to make laws arbitrarily, I wouldn't say that a 20-year-old is a pedophile for having sex with a 15-year-old. Now, I would say if somebody was 25 and had sex with a 15-year-old,
Yeah, I agree with you
that's
guys.
completely different.
But does he go on the National Register?
Oh yeah, if you're 20 and you have sex with a 15-year-old, you'll have to register as a sex offender.
See, I personally think that's wrong, because
So do I.
if he has to then notify everyone around him where he's living that he's a paedophile or whatever he has to do, they automatically think, I think most people would think, oh, he did it to a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old,
Right.
a little kid, not a quite mature female who could pass for a 20-year-old.
Right.
And that it
No,
wasn't
that's where it gets sticky for me too, and when it comes to that small gap in age.
Yeah, that's where I have a problem.
She may be even more mentally developed than he is, because guys can be total fucking morons up until, well, some never outgrow it.
And often in those cases it is consensual.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
where it's just statutory.
He still has his life ruined.
But at the same time, where the fuck is a 20-year-old hanging that a 16-year-old is hanging though?
I agree. I
And
agree with
why?
that. I just don't think that crime is the same as
Me
a
either. I
30-year-old
don't.
banging a
I agree
15-year-old.
with you. You're
Do I
right.
think that
I agree with you.
a
But
20-year-old
where
should
do
be
you
hanging
start?
out with a teenager? No, I think that's completely. Unless she's lying to him and saying she's older than she is, or
Exactly.
That's the problem. Sometimes there are females that lie about their age.
All the time.
I understand that, but kind of still, where are they though? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's still kind of, and it falls back on the parents. It always falls back on the parents.
I think it always should fall back on the parents up to a certain
Me
age,
too.
anyway.
Yeah,
Me
like
too.
those kids
When
I
you're
gave
fucking kids, get them.
those kids I gave you an example of in the UK. I think those parents should have gone to. I think they should have done some time.
Absolutely. There's so many times when I've seen a crime happen, or I'm like, why aren't the parents being held accountable for this as well?
Yep. Yeah.
But when
And that was
somebody's,
kind of another question I had, like, and y'all kind of touched on that too. Do you think that parents should be accountable for, certain things at up to a certain age? That's why I said like 14. Like, I think that if you're raising your child that fucking shitty, that at 14 and 13 that they're fucking killing somebody, your ass need to be right there fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? In the jail with them. Understandably, that people are gonna grow up to be who they're gonna grow up to be. But like I said, like, it's on the parent for real.
It's up to the parent to teach right from wrong, not society, not school, not anybody else. It's the parent's job.
Unless
not a jail or the death penalty.
Unless it's been proved that their child is a sociopath. Other than that, I mean, it's the job of the parent, and there's so many times where, like I've said, when I've watched a crime unfold and somebody's under the age of 18, I sit back and I'm like, why isn't the parent being brought up on charges?
Yeah. But am I right in saying they won't diagnose and label a child psychopath or sociopath?
They try not to.
Stigma?
They try not to because it's still a child. They don't want they don't want, it's bad press basically.
And if they're scared that if they label that child that, then the child will live up to it. But
Well, and like, say the child has to go through psychiatric treatment before they would stand trial. Has it been the case where a psychiatrist or a psychologist has said, this child is a sociopath? Not just flat out, just this child's a sociopath, but gave a long dissertation, and ultimately the findings would be like the child would be a sociopath. Yeah, that has happened, but it doesn't happen as often as maybe it should, because it is really bad press. It's bad press for it.
I know here they won't put in the child's notes those 2 words, but everyone knows that that's what that kid is and is going to be for the rest of their life. But no, they won't label them that. Wait till they're 20, kill somebody, and it comes out that they were harming animals at 10 and starting fires, but nowhere will you find that anyone will commit themselves to saying, yeah, they were a psychopath back then.
Yeah, that will happen in the United States, just not as often as it should.
Yeah.
Because it's bad press. It's bad press for the prosecuting team. It's bad press for the district attorney. It's bad press for the judge.
Yeah. It shows it was avoidable.
Right. And that's, again, then you could say again, the parents obviously should have known that.
Or the parents should have been told to watch their child a bit more closer than they had to the others that they have.
That's what it works to the case where maybe the parents should face some sort of charges as well.
Yeah. Yep.
There are bad parents out there. There just are. They're just some really bad parents. They should know they should know their children better than they do.
Yeah.
I remember having some friends growing up where their parents, they didn't know them at all. I mean, literally, they just, as long as they were at home by a certain time, but they really didn't know their kid. And I always found that fascinating. Like, how do you not know who your child is? Like, my parents, using myself as an example, but my parents knew who I was as a child. We talked a lot. I think that's one of those things that maybe is missing. The parents don't actually talk to their children as much as they should.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. And
have we lost
we didn't get I don't know.
No, she said she had to go to the bathroom. Said she'd be back.
Okay.
Sorry. All right.
We didn't get Rabbi's. Did we get Rabbi's answer on this? Or DG? We didn't even get DG's answer.
Well, but like reopen cases like at least 20 years old, and I would say go on a case to case basis because some of her cases was maybe it could be like circumstantial evidence like remember Josh Rabbi Queen might remember this. Jason, I think Jason probably was a kid when this happened. Remember having in California about the one of the originator of the Crips, Stanley Tookie Williams.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember saying they showed this case again over like I think like it was like about a year or two ago. They showed over again like how remember he allegedly did like 4 murders.
Right.
Yeah,
and probably ordered countless more.
Yeah. They remember people trying. Remember like right before he got sent to the right before he got killed, there were people like protests trying to get his case reopened and stuff. So I had have second look, and then it was up to like Arnold Schwarzenegger was the government at the time.
Well, do you believe that somebody who's the the leader of the Crips. I mean, I guess the way I look at it, if anyone's case should have a second look, if it seems like
Yeah.
there was some foul. What did you actually think? Did you think that his case should have got a second look,
I
or
think yes,
do
because
you think from the
yes, because the investment in technology, because I think back then they had like I think it's like basically it was like circumstantial evidence
you had to
that
go off
that
of
they
like witness
held.
testimony and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
then
They
always bring in the
basically it's
most
like
reliable witnesses?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for giving
Yeah,
something a second look.
could physically actually see. Didn't nobody actually physically somebody looked his bill? They actually see his face.
I mean, just to say, the leader of the Crips committed murders, I'd probably say that they're probably right. But you can't
Yeah,
send somebody to prison off of a feeling.
yeah,
Like I said, I would say that they're probably right, but I wouldn't know
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, yeah. That's why I like for his execution. There are a lot of people fighting to get his case reopened,
And
running
the other
protesting
the other thing is had they killed and how are they prosecuting him for the right crime? I mean,
yeah,
had he killed, probably,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
was it those particular people?
Yeah, yeah.
It might not have been, but
I don't know.
you can only be
Yeah,
convicted of a crime that you're charged for. You can't be committed for um, killing such and such person and you really killed such and such person. You can't be
yeah,
tried for.
yeah.
It's legal system's a slippery slope.
Yeah, yeah, just yeah. What like I see a lot of murder cases. I like look at shows like Snap and another show that come on Fatal Attraction where almost all the cases about murder are made by a few that's probably made by attempted murder
And the first 48's a decent one.
I don't like first 48.
I like the first 48 because I like to see how much they can actually get done because, like they said, most crimes go cold, turn into cold cases after 48 hours.
I like First 48.
Yeah,
It shows just how mundane and
Yeah,
boring some of their work is, even
right.
after a horrific murder.
Though in movies they sensationalize it and make it seem like it's this really, you know,
Exciting.
exciting work to do, and then when you're actually seeing them do it, it's like
cause
A lot of,
they're eating hot dogs
or it's a lot of
cause
door
after
knocking
cause
a
remember
lot of
you
door
have
knocking.
and a lot of people
cause
saying, "Oh, I
remember
didn't see anything," and they just have to keep hearing that time after time.
Hmm.
It must be
cause I
pretty
think the
frustrating.
bad part look at shows, the actual shows, and looking no good. They make like shows like Law and Order and CSI and all those shows
Oh
that
yeah,
basically
well
came
those
off those shows.
that's what they make those shows seem like they're way more sensationalized than. Not that I dislike like Law and Order. I think Law and Order is great. It's just it's heavily
Law,
sensationalized.
Law and
It's
Order
definitely
have a lot.
sensationalized.
They have a lot of their programs based on actual cases, but do
Yeah,
Some will, yeah,
they do.
the ones that
change,
do will say that.
change things
That's
and
just like
speed it
reality
up.
TV.
Speed it up to make it look like it took them only a week to catch whoever, when in fact it took
Yeah,
years. But they are based on actual
Right.
cases.
Yeah,
yeah,
the ones that are based on actual cases, they'll put a disclaimer
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that parts of it were taken from real life, and the ones that weren't, they'll put a disclaimer saying all of this was fictional. None of this happened in real life.
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that. I think most of them are,
Or
to be
they might
honest.
do something kind of similar to actually what happened. Might not be actually what happened. Might be something like
That's
similar.
when it'll be completely sensationalized and it'll
Yeah,
make it seem much more interesting maybe than the case. What does they want you to
yeah,
watch the
I
show.
I think so. They can't get sued. They'll talk to two cops and mix two stories together to make one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like back to my point, like watch shows like Snap and Freedom Tracks. It's kind of interesting to see how the see how see how they figure out the cases and stuff. Then most I say maybe I say maybe majority of the time they get it right, but there have been some case where people due to lack of evidence got let off. Where when I part watch show, I think yeah that person yeah this person guilty, but for some reason they got off for some reason like
It's usually lack of evidence.
yeah
Like, there has to be enough evidence to show that you're guilty. I mean, it's one of the things where it's you're innocent until proven guilty. You have to be proved guilty, even though there are some cases where you are proved guilty and you didn't do it. So
like
and that's where Project Freedom comes into.
yeah
That's where Project Freedom comes into play.
People have actually got caught doing for like circumstantial evidence. It might be maybe one or two things that actually point to their direction, where it's not really nothing else. It's kind of like a weak case, but somehow they still got.
Then they'll be on the one. They'll be the one that's standing trial, and they have been found guilty over some very weak evidence.
There have been a couple episodes of Snap or Nuts or Fatal Tracks where that happened.
It just happens. That happens, yeah. And real.
But the shows I'm talking about actually like out for like real cases, like Snap basically. All
No, I know what you're saying. It happens more often than it just does on those shows. I mean, and obviously they can't show every time it happens. But yeah, Queen, did you want to ask anybody else? I'm trying to give the moderation over to you, because if you let me keep going, I will just keep going, and I will.
Well, Josh, you might have to, because my boyfriend just came. I don't know if he doesn't realize I was in the middle of doing something. He just came and started playing music, so you might have to take over for me.
Oh, somebody's playing music?
I missed all of that.
Somebody just started playing music.
Yeah, that kind of just killed it.
That's an unfortunate thing. How long has the show been going on your counter?
1 hour 42. 1 hour and 42 minutes.
I'd at least like to get it to 2 hours, because most of the shows are about 2.5, close to 2.5.
Me too. I still had a few more questions. I still had the list is still up. I mean, yeah.
You can't ask whoever is there to maybe keep it down for the next 20 minutes?
Hang on, I'm about to relocate.
Okay, so how many people are in the system on the death row system over there?
That's probably it's probably in the thousands.
Right, and they're always.
I mean, I could look it up, but I'm going to go off the top of my head and say probably in the thousands.
Do they all get?
They're always appealing for a stay. Aren't
they? You can literally appeal until you die of natural causes.
So even a young person can stay on death row for what, 30 years?
Or more. I mean, they might be able to stay on death row the rest of their lives.
Because of appeals, or because the system
the endless appeal system.
Yeah.
Right. And who pays for those lawyers?
The taxpayers.
Yeah, basically taxpayers.
So who wins?
On most cases, taxpayer. Then there might be certain people who might actually have money where they actually.
Who wins? Nobody wins in those particular cases, because
except the lawyers.
when it comes down to those kind of cases, it might be better off if they're just going to appeal and appeal and appeal and appeal, that maybe they should just do life in prison, because it's much cheaper to the taxpayer.
What about the military?
I'm fucking back, live and fucking charge. Okay, guys, I'm sorry.
Welcome back, Queen. It's okay.
Welcome back,
He
Queen.
on hosting a live show on YouTube, and he just came and started playing. He looked up and seen what I was doing and started playing his music real loud. But whatever. But yeah, you guys. So sorry about that. The next question that I have for you guys, we kind of went over some of these, but I just pose it again. If you do believe in the death penalty, what exact crime would you believe makes it so heinous that another person deserves to die? Like, what do you believe constitutes as bad enough to give someone the death penalty for eye, basically?
In my opinion, multiple murders, the motivation behind the murders, hate crimes, and I would say hate crime just doesn't envelop black and white. I'm just talking about hate crimes in general. Like, say if somebody goes out and wipes out 4 or 5 gay people in one night, should they probably get the death penalty? Yeah, I would say that would constitute the death penalty. If someone just wipes out 4 or 5 people, just people in general, should they get the death penalty? Probably. Serial killers, death penalty. I'd like to throw pedophiles in there. If it was my perfect world, I would throw pedophiles in there. But yeah, generally serial killers and mass killers. Like if you killed
I agree.
a bunch of people in one night, or 2 nights even, or if you killed a bunch of people over the course of many years. Those are the 2 that I would say should probably get the death penalty.
For me, it would be anyone who has tortured, abused, sexually abused, bashed a child, and the child's ended up dying, where the abuse has been over a period of time, and although they didn't try to kill the child, that's what happened. I think they should get it. I think where a total stranger abducts, rapes, and then murders eventually a person, they should get it. Pedophiles for
Yeah,
for
like I said, in my perfect world, jeez.
for children where when it's not statutory rape. I don't think statutory rape should be included in that. That's my list, as well as what Josh has said.
I will have to probably agree with what Kiwi added to that.
Yes, I agree as well.
Yeah, but the rape stuff, you probably gotta see if all the evidence come out on that, cause there have been people wrongly convicted of rape.
Okay. Who do you think besides that? Who do you think that belong? Who do you personally think, if the death penalty was given, who do you think that would belong on that list? We're gonna in this particular world, we're gonna say these people are guilty.
Yeah. I was talking about if they was. I'm talking about people wrong.
No, I know what you were saying. We're talking if these people are just guilty. Who do you think that would deserve?
Basically all of them. Basically, I'll say all of them.
You don't have any other personal?
So even just one murder, if you commit one murder one time, that's it. You're out, bam.
No, I mean, not one murder. I'm talking about kind of like what Josh saying, the mass murders or people doing murders over years and taking years before they get caught. and then like I said, pedophiles, like the pedophiles, basically kind of similar to what Kate and Josh said, kind of similar.
Mm.
What do you
Or-
think, Easy?
Jason, are you there? You woke, Jason?
Huh?
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
What do you think?
Oh, okay. People who should get the death penalty. Come in, baby. Come in.
We're assuming that this person is guilty in every crime.
Okay.
Yeah, for the sake of the conversation, everyone is guilty. Okay.
Okay. First
Facts.
things first. Pedophiles. And then
Agreed.
serial killers and serial rapists. Let's see who else. Oh dear. Ooh, people who commit hate crimes. That's a big one. And yeah, that would be on my list.
Easy.
I just want to throw in YouTuber cult leaders.
I just want to
For
throw in
Fatherless America.
yeah, maybe a Tommy Sotomayor just as an example.
The movie-less America is what it is.
Like
Oh Lord,
Broke-
why?
Maybe Tommy Sotomayor and Packer Girl.
Uh-oh.
like broke ones at the top of the
Uh-oh.
list.
Tommy
Damn, we
Sotomayor.
live. Uh-oh, we live.
Should we put broke ones at the top of that list?
I know he's gonna come for
You know,
little liars.
we live. And some
Maybe
struggle
Pack-
man.
to that specific
Maybe
person.
Packer Girl goes at the top of that list right with Tommy. Maybe add her in.
I'm sorry, excuse
Why?
me. Did you say Jew bitch?
Why this gonna get
Yeah, I'm
back-
talking about
this
that
gonna
Jew
get back
bitch
to the-
Packer Girl.
Did
Guys,
you say Jew bitch?
You know we
Of course,
live.
Packer
You know we
Girl.
live,
I
right?
know who
But
Jew
they
bitch
gonna
is.
get back to them.
Yeah, that
Just
Jew fucking
kidding.
whore Packer Girl.
Guilty by
I know she's
association.
watching this. That's the only way she knows what I look like to say if I look like a tranny or not. But this
She's just
tranny would
guessing.
screw you. fucking
With
Jew
her
bitch.
greasy ass hair,
I'm
does
gonna-
she has
I'm
room
gonna-
to fucking talk?
I'm going.
Yeah, she's just mad
I'm going
that she's not as pretty as you.
this point because I'm up now. It is.
Would you say she looks like the Joker? Yeah, you're right. She does look like the fucking Joker.
No. Why?
Because it's the
You are
truth.
Because he's guilt by
It's illogical.
association.
Oh my god, because
Guilt by association.
association.
Absolutely. She is guilty by association. She's just guilty by her damn self.
You know we need drama for ratings. You know we have to talk about. You know we have to talk about Senor Brown-Tooth all day to get ratings.
It's talking about Senior Brown-Tooth and
You know we had to
Nutward.
neglect making Movie-less America to sit and talk about trolls all day.
We won't get anywhere if we don't have drama. We won't get anywhere without drama.
Donate to our Movie-less America, with y'all broke asses. But I ain't asking for no donation with your
I
broke
don't
asses.
ask for donations with
I
to my Broco Nation with
I think
your
we
broke
should
ass
make a
fucking.
movie. I
Oh,
think
guys,
we
y'all
should make a movie on making movies.
Donate to my Patreon so that I could take
We're
shots
not
of
making
juice.
movies.
Yeah, let's
Hey,
We're
donate
not
to Jack.
making a movie.
Movie.
But by the
Donate
way,
to this
I
movie.
never make movies, but donate to my Patreon as well.
We shot a
Wow.
lot of clips.
Oh,
Shot a lot of clips, but we never made a movie.
Could we make
Got
a
a whole lot of clips.
Could we make a
We got a
movie?
couple thousand.
I just want to tell you, Kate, the movie's done, and all I need is $60,000 more to promote
To
this
finish
movie,
it.
Oh Lord.
and then it'll
Ah,
never
well,
come out,
Rich done hit the fan now.
and then it'll never fucking come
Promise
out.
America when it comes out, because when it comes
And
out,
it
I'll be
comes out.
150 before that movie
It comes
comes
out
out.
February 29th.
The year
This
20,050,
No, the year 2017. The 29th of February.
29th of
This year was leap
February.
year.
Yeah, I remember that it came out like real quick.
That's a swift one, for you got to think about that one. Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
that movie's not coming out.
Well, then, can I just put in, when we make our movie, can we get enough money for me to get a new wardrobe, please?
Of course. I mean,
Of
we're not
course,
actually
you
we're not
can't
going to
look
actually
good for a
use the
movie
money,
without shooting.
and we're not going to
I'd
actually use the money for a movie anyway. We got
look,
child
I'd
He's
Josh,
gonna use it for child support.
yeah.
Josh, we got to pay
Because
for
we
your
definitely
hose as
don't.
well.
We definitely
That's
don't have
right.
9 years in back child support.
'Cause
Actually,
Josh has to buy a
Yeah.
hose.
Someone has 9 years in back.
I need to get buy lots of back page hose and
And
maybe
you
for
have,
a couple days at a time.
you have to support a few of us wives, Josh.
That's true, and I got a few wives to support, and
Yes.
And I'm about to quit my job at Burger King, so.
yeah,
Not that I'm complaining. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm just saying things are going up.
right. I know. I understand.
Inflation and all
I
that.
don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know how many daughters I got out there. 2, 1. I think I got 1 or 2.
But they're all black
Dude,
bitches anyway.
Even I might have some kids.
But you know, the thing is, I don't understand why people are complaining about the water in Flint, Michigan, when people always talk shit about me because I'm Tommy fucking Sotomayor, bitches. I'm gonna turn everything around on myself. Because
I don't know
I'm
why,
the fucking
these
victim.
niggas call it be crispy when niggas is getting
Call it
shot in this street.
I'm the consummate victim.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
But we're totally not Tommy Sotomayor.
You don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me.
And we're
You don't
not
wanna
going to sit in our daughter's bedrooms
I
for
believe this.
freaking 4 hours and talk about freaking Senor Brown teeth.
Yeah,
And
but, I mean,
Swole.
let's be real. Let's do a live show and have our, at the time, 9-year-old daughter just walking right through while I'm talking about how crazy and evil black fucking bitches are and how I want to kill all them black bitches. And this is why the
That's
world
what
hates
I'm
y'all
talking
fucking hair-handed hooligans.
Why you getting mad? Why you getting mad?
Because I got a small dick. I'm Tommy Sotomayor and I got a little dick.
Only thing is, Josh, you're not saying it loud enough.
Y'all don't hear me.
I'm going to tag him on Facebook so he knows it's real.
Y'all don't hear me.
2 a.m. roasting at Tommy, Mr. Controversy Sotomayor live.
Y'all motherfuckers don't hear me.
On
Everybody.
and I'm posting the link.
Ain't that right, Packer girl? Yeah, that's right, Tommy. Anything you say.
And just to let you know, I'm not gay either.
And I'm not gay. I swear to God I'm not gay.
Mason.
I've had these double D's since I was 15.
I love you bitches out there. I hate you black bitches. Now send me pictures of your titties.
Because that's the only way I'm going to read your messages. Oh, they're live right now, too. Special GoFundMe show. What?
If you're a woman and you come to my house, you're about to get fucked.
Wait,
I hate you black fucking bitches.
Here's the time it never fails. Nothing run away my tail when it comes
Stupid
around.
black whores.
Tom,
No, as you come to my house, I want to
Internet
have sex
drama. Tommy's GoFundMe and your thoughts. Click
he's
here
trying
to
to collect
donate
money right now.
to my GoFundMe.
This is coming from the
to
same
my-
motherfucker that said a couple days ago that he never asked for fucking donations.
Yes.
He should be scared of the fucking drunken peasants. They got more money than he does. After he did a whole
He's pulling a
talking
fucking
about he was richer than them. I'm sorry, he had more money than them, and for some reason I don't know why he added in he was blacker than they were. Of course he is. I mean, he's blacker than fucking half the planet.
Well, at least we know this nigga's up.
That's why his name's Chris.
We need
Chris
to
Bay,
talk into
motherfucker.
the show. We need to go into the show. 'Cause
What's
this-
up, everybody? This is Chris Bay, everybody.
Hey, did you go post a link on his? Oh no, DG, you
Raid
can't do
live
it.
stream. DG wouldn't do it because DG likes to
He's
stay
our
neutral.
only in between. Yeah,
Yeah.
Double O.
that's our liaison. Tommy's gonna see this shit. I don't care. I'm finna comment it on his thing. Matter of fact,
Operation
I posted on his GoFundMe.
Operation Fallen Angel.
Somehow
You can
donate.
comment there.
I'm gonna say come donate, but
Everybody.
not really.
This morning,
Everybody.
Everybody.
all
Come
the
and donate,
comments this
everybody.
morning, all the comments this morning were saying, no, don't donate to this thief. No, we're still
another
waiting
dime.
to see
So
from
I
the
gotta give the
results of
love
our
to
last
fucking peasant
donation.
that
Okay, you guys, I'm
Yes.
saying come donate, but not really everybody. Live right now, roasting
Everybody.
at Tommy Soda Ass Clown.
everybody.
Johnny Burma Boy.
What's he need 100,000 for?
And I put this on his comment. That's
Private
under
school
his
tuition.
video.
Back child support.
The
He
drunk
posted this 18 minutes ago. So
The drunken
y'all-
peasants are taking so much of this dude's money. Well, he has what,
Yeah.
9 years of child
we're
support he has to
right
pay
on
back
fucking
too.
time. The party has just fucking started.
Oh shit.
DG's name is Bennett, and he's not in it.
Going down. Well, guess
What?
what? My name is Black Queen, and I'm all up in this nigga shit.
My name's Josh, and I say, fuck you, Tommy. Tommy
Who's
Harris.
all these bitches he's posting on his page? Wait a minute. Why does I see a hair hat with a freaking hood on? What's going on here?
It's probably
Everything he
the
preaches about.
pizza delivery person, you know, because
No,
Tommy
she has
doesn't.
on like a red.
Tommy don't
No,
like
no,
bitches
no.
that wear black bitches that
No,
he
no, no.
wants to fuck.
Time to screen share. We must all look at this together. We will all
By all
decide.
Oh, we might get DMC something they do to each other.
Oh wait, hey, how about this? Tommy can't ban me from a live stream. I can go in there over and over again, and you know what?
Yep.
Let's not tell anybody how we do that because
Is that because you've been a mod?
oh
Taking
yeah, it's
everyone's
because I've been a mod on live stream before. The fucking retards. Come
I see
donate
you.
now. Not really, everybody. Live, everybody. Oh, that's see,
What's
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen,
awesome.
this is a man.
what is obvious?
Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. I think Tom he trolls the internet. looking for pictures of free. I think that's what he jacks off.
Somebody not tell me I'm lying.
You Tommy, you lie so much I couldn't possibly tell you when you're lying when you're not.
With your black ass. You might not even be that black with your lying ass.
So he
You
doesn't
might just
like
put on dark makeup. Tommy performs in blackface.
he doesn't like his documents being dropped, so he's outing this person on his channel.
Yeah, so why would anybody get pissed off when Michelle Khan, aka Packer Girl, gets doxxed?
Where he find these at?
Yeah, like I said, he searches when he's masturbating. And then when he gets off, he feels really guilty, and then he posts it to us.
I'm just gonna post my link to our video and every one of his things.
Just remember, I mean, in the one time video, he said he has a 14-inch penis. I mean, yeah, okay.
Ooh.
The guy
Where?
with the biggest penis, the guy with the biggest penis in the world is from Finland. He's from Finland, and he has
His name
like a
ain't
15.
Tommy.
No, he has a 15-inch fucking dick, and for some odd reason, Tommy's not in like the Guinness Book as having like the second world's biggest penis.
What about the other guy who's from here?
No God.
That's- I mean, Tommy, come on, man. We know you're lying about your inches. I mean, there's another lie. I'll tell you you're lying.
Listen,
My
y'all,
YouTube channel's been attacked.
this is serious. This nigga really put up a GoFundMe with this sad, cockeyed, cross-eyed fucking picture.
Many of you have seen the relentless attacks on me today that are still going on social media. My YouTube channel has been attacked as well, and at this point, I have no idea where to go other than to court. Yeah, you're getting taken to court.
You don't get the choice.
The drunken peasants are suing your ass, you dumb motherfucker. They
That
have
doesn't
more money than you.
You have to go to court because they're making
Oh
you.
my god, I'm gonna click on this. I can't believe this nigga really got all the videos he did talking about GoFundMe.
So there's a fucking bunch of idiots that donated $2,132. I
So
bet
it's a
you.
fight,
Can we get a ding 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 for the idiots?
a fight against liberalism.
He's trying to get $100,000
Chris
on
Brown donated.
You can't fight against an ideology or a concept.
I know.
Chris Brown. Yeah, Chris Brown definitely donated $20 because he's down with beating bitches' ass.
And he only gave
That is
$20.
hilarious.
Chris Brown only gave $20. That's like half a cent.
Josh, you donated $5.
Josh Finzi, vodka on the weekend. Yeah.
Oh wait,
that-
Josh.
We know that's not ours.
Here you go. Let's say, much love to my brother Tommy Sotomayor from Sylvester the Molester Peterson. Liberals and social justice warriors often champion their rights to free speech, but lately, especially at events like Donald Trump rally. Oh, I can't even. It's making me fucking sick. You are a sick man. We're talking about fucking
He's
death
such a
penalty.
fucking hypocrite.
Tommy,
I'm so glad
we can put you in the fucking death penalty phase too.
I'm
Sorry,
so
this is completely off our topic.
Actually, that brings up a good point. People with fraud, who
Yeah.
rip
People that commit
don't
fraud
have
that
the
steal
money.
people's money should
Yeah.
get the
Off
fucking
with their heads.
Queen's decree.
We've got our own executioner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Nathaniel the Cocker Spaniel donated $10.
$10 whole dollars? I mean, just keep going. Keep giving this fucking this shyster your fucking money. Shane
D-Mac.
D-Mac. You know his parents named him D. Yo, my
Somebody
name D-Mac.
donated $50 whole. You know, you
Yeah,
can
I
expect
don't want to
something
remain
later.
anonymous too. When you're beating the shit out of yourself.
He donated to
Fight
himself.
against liberalism.
Oh, 55
I'm-
donations. That means somebody donated a whole lot.
I guarantee-
$500?
The first
Yeah,
$1,000.
This is a small ass motherfucker.
Motherfuckers just looking around taking pictures off the internet. It's like, yeah, this me. I'm Jack Newton. You can call me Jack or John. Jolita?
You can call me Claire.
What the hell's a Jolita?
Joey alive.
Somebody
My
please
name-
tell me what the fuck a Jolita is.
My name's
Dewani donated $5.
Dewani, yeah, I mean that's
Dewani, you should have gave that to your mama so she could have bought a clue before she named you that.
you know whatever happened to Jamar Quavius and how these stupid fucking bitches naming their kids stupid fucking names. The people that are donating money, I don't care. I drink a glass of water.
We got a Moses on here.
Always.
For $1,000, I'd want a cup of piss. I told
Oh
you.
wait, you guys are gonna love this one. Check out Huggy Pacino.
Huggy, you
course.
disappoint me, Huggy. I thought you had a brain. I watched one of your videos, Huggy.
If he only had a brain.
Sometimes
the fight goes further than the net, and I'm down because your $50 is gonna really help. Because Tommy's gonna use that money to
And
fight
then you
the good
donated-
fight.
No, it doesn't go further than the net.
No, it's gonna stay. And like I said, a year from now, Tommy's gonna be doing this fucking show in his mother's basement, and that's why he's
Check
trying to
this
get
out.
another $100,000.
What goes on
Well,
in the net stays in the net.
well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very, very generous gentleman or woman by the name of Justin Gray.
Justin, yes, good old
With the
Justin.
donation of, hang on, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a moment of silence. This donation is just $5.
let's just tally the board up again. Does she have anything special to say? Thank you for everything, bruz.
I'll donate more
I
very
don't
soon.
like wearing a bras.
Me either.
I'll
Very
donate more
uncomfortable.
very soon.
Bras are really uncomfortable to wear for women.
If you
Man.
like those bras. But who gives a fuck about women? Because I hate these bitches.
Don't you
But
find
I
that
hate-
my sister wearing a bra?
Oh,
is
wait,
really
okay, wait. There we go. Wait, Josh, look, he's talking about the amazing atheist. There we
Oh,
go.
of course, the amazing
There you go.
atheist. Yes, what part are we at here? YouTube.
Right here.
I
I want to fight back against these people legally because right now I'm having my name slandered by a YouTuber named the @AmazingAtheist, along with others who have been flagging my channels down for years because I expose the true nature of the black activist and the white liberals who enable them to tread on our rights and the rights of others in order to silence dissenting opinions. YouTube is also complicit in this, and they also allow people to false flag content and hold channels down if there are enough trolls that don't like a person or a stance. Yes, Tommy, you are Superman. Truth, justice, and the American way.
hasn't done. Nothing
Okay, this
he
is what
hasn't done.
he wants the funds for. This paragraph right here.
You guys, I have a voice with over
Hold on.
12 million.
I
Tommy, you don't
will,
reach fucking 12 million people. Let's see some
I will
analytics.
He said a week at that. Is he serious?
I
Hang
will
on, that was such
donate.
bullshit. My page went off of it.
I will donate when his child is in public school.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
I'll donate
There you
to
go.
like private security. You guys know I have a voice with over 12 million reached on a week on YouTube. Yeah, bullshit you do. Let's see the fucking analytics. But then
what
again,
YouTube is that? Or Planet fucking Nibiru?
you only won't let anybody see the progress of your quote unquote movie. Let alone you're just going to toss out random numbers. 12 million, okay, sure. 12
Let
million.
alone people bringing up where the money for the movie has gone.
Yeah, let's just go with 12 million. 1.3 million a month on my website. Sure you do. I mean, it's how easy for you to say it without providing any proof whatsoever. And my radio show, which reaches thousands per show. So please help me with the financial backing to really put the pressure on the current system. Well, Tommy, I thought you said you were rich anyway. Can't you just
Those
go
numbers
ahead and
don't
do that
add up.
yourself?
So out of
No.
12 million people on YouTube a week, you can
And if
only
you-
get 1.3 million a month on your
And if you
website.
use-
So
If he uses AdSense, and he does, and he uses all the ads that he gets on his website, and apparently then he should be doing pretty good if he's getting that many million viewers. But he's not getting
Tommy,
that many million.
the hypocrite,
Anyone with a
Mr.
brain can just check
Sotomayor.
and see how many viewers he gets.
Let's read the last
I will
paragraph.
use these funds to get on. Oh, here come the more lies. The only person he can get on is Tommy Lahren and that
So he's going to pay
ONN.
people to get
Oh,
on
yeah.
their show.
These funds to get on
Or
any and every talk show to get our views out. There's
I
well
told
to
him he wanted to get onto into TV.
the rest
That's
of the
why
country knows
LA.
the types of underhanded tactics. Just go on to Fox News. Fox News does this shit all the time. These quote unquote underhanded tactics.
Fox
These
or
progressive
Fox?
liberals, when you can't use the word progressive and then say there's something bad about them, because progressive and then something bad, the two, they don't go together. It's an oxymoron. Tommy,
Yeah.
you're a fucking idiot. If
Yeah.
anything, at least call them digressive liberals. I mean, when you call somebody progressive, you can't then say they're also that's a bad thing, because somebody who's being progressive is a good thing.
Yeah, that's what we try to do in life, progress.
Summer Saravo. Shout out to Summer Saravo out there on Facebook. That's
Summer,
SIRA.
what up, Hope Girl?
I wonder how many people are going to fall for this scam. Tommy, shaking my head. You must need more money for your growing child support claims.
Summer, we love you.
God bless you, girl.
We love
Yeah,
you, Summer.
Yeah.
Come join us.
Yes, join us.
Yeah.
The politically incorrect peoples. We are a tribe. We are a nation,
Chris
and we are
McClain.
fatherless America.
Chris
Tommy, I love
McClain,
you,
what
brother.
if we told you?
But you got to get your grammar right. Well, yeah. I mean, Chris. I mean, I'll give you a golf clap for that. I mean, I don't love him, but he definitely has to get his grammar right.
One thing I don't
The phrase is worthwhile, not worth
Not
wild.
worthwhile. But of
Oh,
course,
man.
Tommy also likes to make fun of people and how they speak too.
It's a fucking hoot.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's hilarious. Hey, fuck you,
Hey,
Tommy.
fuck you,
can speak
Tommy.
out here.
So
You know what?
somebody
I hope he
will be
that's
writing
me.
this into grammar.
We know who's fucking Tommy tonight. John Smith.
Fuck you, Snow King. And Weave Queen. Ha ha.
Anna, I can't finish your last name, but shout out to you.
Yeah, Anastasia.
Stanislaw.
In the fall.
Anastal. I have no
Anna.
problem donating. You should have a problem donating, Anna. But I'm not sure quite why you're asking me for donations. Your reasoning for setting up the GoFundMe account is unclear to me, as it should be unclear to anybody. He just wants fucking money.
I know.
Yes,
Trying to
he has
change
child support to pay,
How
and
can
now
you
he's going to
change-
have to pay a bunch of money to the drunken peasants.
How can you go around changing liberalism when people have their own brains and can think for themselves?
Well,
up to
because
them.
they need a
MK
leader.
Hunt has a question.
Free.
MK Hunt out there on Facebook has a question. MK Hunt has a question.
Let's hear what his question is.
You need money to
Well,
support free speech. Exactly, MK Hunt. Good for
Thank
you.
you.
You need money to support free speech? Question
Exactly.
mark? Absolutely. Why do you need money to support free speech, Tommy? It sounds like somebody has a lot of child support they have to pay back, and
Yeah,
that
That's what it sounds like.
Does
and
that,
that the
When does
amazing
that-
atheist
does
is
that
going
have
to
to
sue
be
your
done at
ass.
the end of a financial year or something?
I'm not sure if it's at the end of this month or it's
Isn't it
soon.
April?
Looking at
Yes.
those photos, I'd say someone's living pretty well off, though.
Yeah, they're going to end up having to sell that. Hey, Nighthawk's back.
Hey, Hawk.
Okay.
Nighthawk.
Hey,
We're
Just
just
hammering.
getting started.
What up, everybody? This is Nighthawk, everybody.
Nighthawk.
His
Hey,
mic's
Nighthawk,
muted.
we're on here. We're not asking for donations. Don't ask for shit from these broke motherfuckers, all right?
When black queens raise children alone, this is how they let them go out in public. Fuck Donald Trump. You know, I want to shake your hand, little
What did he
kid.
say about Black Queen?
When they
fuck
raise
did this
children
nigga say?
alone, this is how they let them go out in public. Fuck Donald Trump. You know what?
but isn't that what
I want to pat that kid on the head.
Weeks. Packer Girl's been saying that for weeks in the chat section, live stream,
I'm holding up a sign right now that says "Fuck Packer Girl."
and I'm saying no,
Fuck her dirty ass.
no way.
Chick
No,
hasn't
she's
washed her
on the
butthole in fucking 3 months.
I don't swing that way, and even I wouldn't do
The
that.
young lady has only had one guy. It's always the ex.
Yeah.
This nigga is
Hey,
a real
Packer,
hoot.
why don't you talk
Wait,
about your
Nighthawk.
ex for the next 5 hours?
Yes,
10 years.
Nighthawk, we have just
like we all want to
nigga.
hear about exes. Golly.
him.
Well, it's the same
Well,
ex all
actually, hang on.
the time.
I've only
Yeah.
had one boyfriend, and he taught me how to be a total slut. But I'm going to talk about him over and over and over again. And whatever I do,
At least I'm not
so
gonna
do
ask for
sports
donations.
and so do politics. I am going to not look directly at the camera. I'm going to look in the corners of the screen because I have Asperger's. Thank you. I am
Yo,
Michelle
I'm just
Collins.
appalled that this nigga
Oh
set up
my.
a GoFundMe. I have to play find a clip where this nigga's like bashing GoFundMe. Like, how many
So he got a
clips can I
Patreon. He got a
play?
GoFundMe. He takes private donations. He's done
This
Indigo.
nigga is the ultimate
does-
BT 1000.
He does
He is the
counseling.
*1 BT.
Motherfucker
does
hasn't worked a day in his
counseling
life.
sessions. He does counseling sessions that I'd
Yeah,
like to
counseling
see.
sessions.
I'd
One of
like
my
to see
personal favorites. Yeah.
why he
uh,
do that.
Yeah, Kate, one of my personal favorites was when
Yep.
he was asking the PhD student, so explain to them exactly what it is we do, as if Tommy's a PhD student, you dumb motherfucker. Yes, that was one of Packer's friends named Brian Griffin. Sounds very similar to a dog.
Does he have?
Okay, you
Asperger's?
guys. So I typed in YouTube so everyone can see. I should have did this on the computer maybe, but I typed in Tommy Sotomayor bashes GoFundMe up there
Oh,
in the
yeah.
red, right? And the
Don't
first
put
thing,
it on for too long, or Tommy will give us a fucking copyright strike.
no! Oh
Yeah.
hang on,
And
I'll
then-
be right back. I'll just play it. Hold on.
Apparently, that
Wait.
motherfucker just
Hang on,
goes
wait.
out trying to hand them out like candy.
Watch this. Watch this. I got a trick for his ass. Hold on.
no!
Oh no!
What's gonna happen to us, y'all?
I know, we'll be destroyed. Our revenue stream will be, it'll be gone.
By this ugly motherfucker.
Nobody,
This
nobody
is your
will
boy.
watch the movie.
This is your boy.
Everybody.
This is
You
your
don't want to
boy.
be called boy, but the first thing he said, "This your boy."
What's up,
With your
everybody?
bald head, boy.
This is your boy.
Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo.
What's my name,
Do the monkey
boy?
with it. Do the monkey with it.
Boy. Like me. I hate white guilt. I hate black people that use the race card.
Oh, I don't have to
Fuck
say
you, the
anything
amazing-
else.
Fuck you, the amazing atheist, you white boys.
I don't. The title says it all. I'm not even gonna say the whole title just in case he tries
Oh, you can
to
say
use
the whole title.
copyright infringement.
You can't. You just
The
if
single
you
mother. The single mother, GoFundMe, help me and my bastard kids' money scale.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that perfectly describes what you're on. And that's the first video that pops up. Might think about that.
Oh, darn. Tommy out there committing more fraud.
Tommy, you're so fucking fraudulent, man. I know you
Yeah.
fucking see this because even though you're doing your little shitty show right now, you live for us trolls, nigga.
Yeah,
You live for
the-
us.
The show that reaches 12 million a week on Facebook because
You got
Clearly,
time to view
when I-
trolls.
when I click on one of your videos, it all, I mean, you know, especially the ones with 3,000 or 4,000 views, those always translate into, you know, millions. And especially throughout the entire week. I mean, if I went back and counted the amount of numbers of viewers in the past week, it definitely wouldn't add up to, hell, that shit wouldn't even add up to 200,000, let alone 12 million. 12 million? I mean, we're kind of overstating how popular you think you are, Tommy.
Yeah.
This nigga
This is
wrote
how
that shit in his
popular this
secret.
motherfucker thinks he's in his own mind.
I know him
Rainier.
and his little Jew bitch are unknown in the chat watching this.
Yeah, but that's why we're helping
I
her.
know you're stalking her.
We're helping Packer right now. We're calling her Michelle. We're calling you Michelle Collin and everything, your real name.
Michelle, hi. What's
No,
up,
you have
y'all?
Gotta get that full name out there because you want fame because you're a political genius.
Wait, hold on. Let's see what
She
Google
is a
says
political
about this
genius.
ugly.
I mean,
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
a
when you're
political
that ugly, what else
genius.
you gonna be?
A
She's a
sports
copy and paste genius. She's a copy and paste genius.
Yeah, she wears
Exactly.
shirts.
I bet
She
you.
wears
Okay,
shirts that
one
look
guys,
like her.
Pick what kind of genius you want me to be, and tomorrow I'm gonna be that kind of genius. Okay, just pick it.
That
I'm
one
gonna
green
be.
shirt
I'm gonna
looks like
Rosetta
it's
Stone that
coming out.
shit.
Well,
Huh?
the one you have to wear a shirt like a green shirt, like Packer always wears a green shirt that looks like raw sewage is coming out of her nipples.
Fucking
Man, does she have
dirty
only one
fucking Jew.
eyes?
She looks like she's 1 minute away from someone throwing her in the shower.
She needs to be thrown in the. Well, the thing is, if somebody throws her in the shower, then she has about 20 pounds of fucking crust on her, and then there really won't be anything left of her, because
She looked like she just came from out the sewer with Master Splinter.
the bulimia and the anorexia have done quite the toll on her. So if we took off the 20 pounds of dirt, I don't know.
She might disappear. Maybe we should
I
throw
mean,
a
shit,
few more pounds of dirt on her.
Master Splinter, fucking. If you put her up next to Master Splinter, let's see. If I look at her, my fucking dick grows in. And if I look at Master Splinter, I might catch half a chubby. So yeah, I'm gonna go with my boy Master Splinter. Between her and fucking
Okay,
Michelle
you
Carr.
guys. I need you guys to donate to our
Well, you
GoFundMe. We
Gotta
we
donate,
make a GoFundMe.
because we're trying to
We make a
attack.
GoFundMe for
We're trying to attack assholes.
free liberal speech.
Donate
We need a GoFundMe. GoFundMe time.
My new
If this nigga can
wardrobe.
make a GoFundMe, get a couple
Yeah,
I want to get on the major platforms here, and I want to attack snake lying conning assholes like Tommy Sotomayor. I want to be able to get onto these major platforms, and I want to also throw this out there.
Only 30.
I never had sex with Caramel Kitten.
You guys, the numbers are not adding up. I don't care. If you're popular, let me just look up someone else who has 12 million views on YouTube. Because if you have 12 million views on YouTube, it's going to translate into your other stuff because people are going to follow you from your YouTube to your freaking social media. There's no way you're reaching 12 million people on YouTube a week and only 35,000 people like your fan page on Facebook.
Especially as we're all unsubbed practically.
Oh,
And I don't go through his channel.
And you got to think about it. Most of us got to his social media from his YouTube, so.
But he believes it's a fact.
yeah, his mind has constructed this like alternate reality.
Yeah.
He's delusional.
I go without saying. I'm just his son.
That bald ass nigga.
I'm just thinking that his son should definitely maybe sue him for the 18 years of back child support too.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Tom, your son looks just like you, motherfucker. And you go denying children left and right, sleeping with these hair-hatted hooligans that you fucking can't stand. And
Do as
then
I
you
say.
kill yourself. You get a white girl. He gets a
Play,
white girl.
are
and
they
then he tries to
tranny or
kill
not?
himself.
You notice how he's always referring to himself in the same context as MLK, and then he
Oh
puts
yeah,
he puts
because
Jesus in. Jesus didn't give in.
that's fine. Live the same life, man.
But he doesn't want to be a leader.
He and MLK and Jesus.
Malcolm
I mean, that's Malcolm. That's Tommy. But
Yeah.
Tommy's had it harder than they. If you had to walk a mile in Tommy's shoes, he's had it harder. Way harder. I just listen to him. He'll tell you he's had it harder. So you have to go on his word.
Dang, it's too late to call in.
I think he's more of a Jim Jones.
He is. He's the motherfucker
he's
that's going to
Jimmy
start
Jones.
Freedom Town. Give
Yep.
everybody the grape Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Didn't he say himself that he lies to his audience?
Yes, he does. He said that before. Yeah, I lied to my audience.
Quote.
Oh
no.
I'm gonna call in this motherfucker right now.
Dun dun dun.
We're still alive.
Yeah, we're still live. We can do this live, and we can all. She puts it on speaker.
Yeah, we can do this. This is for our fucking show. We can use this for material for our show.
We're gonna get
Absolutely.
Ether.
Just so this.
Plus,
Hold on, let me
under
pause
the Fair Use Act,
This
this
is. Hang on, you
helping propel
guys.
our show.
We are critiquing.
Half of the show is
So-
Tommy
outing.
calls in. People call. I've heard people call in Tommy's show all the time and do this. So we're gonna fucking do it too. I'm going to press the fucking 1 because.
Get in the queue.
And I didn't call private. So he's gonna see my number. I'm going to live stream to troll and tell him to pick up. And he already seen me posting on Facebook. He's gonna know it's me because I've called a few times. So yeah, we're on the way. We want to do a show when we're doing a show. He wasn't even doing a show till we start doing our show. His punk ass. He probably was unknown and seen he was doing a show, and then now he doing a live. All of a sudden, GoFundMe show. Your punk ass.
People can, anyone that thinks he's an asshole, please subscribe. If you think he's great, go ahead and subscribe. We don't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't matter to us. We don't shut comments off. We're not going to shut
Yep.
thumbs up and thumbs down off.
See, all he's doing is talking about the negative shit people say.
Yep, because that's what he is. He's a negative fucking Nancy.
Ridiculous amounts of troll.
Oh, you have ridiculous amounts of
That's right. Stuff that they're writing. The things that they're saying.
That's right. It's
Well, I'm
us.
on my way. Flooded his
And
Instagram.
they're saying I deserve them flooding my Instagram.
You do.
I did something to the Amazing Atheist. You took his
You're a con artist.
the false DCMA,
A thief.
and you're going to lose in court. But if they believe I'm
It
going
was
to
the
lose in
thief.
court,
I was
why
small.
the fuck are they fucking with me every day until the court?
Snake oil salesman.
Snake oil salesman, yes.
Oh, you talking about white people?
We could make snake oil and make it too.
Yep. But we don't have snakes now.
Oh, we'll use worms. We'll use worms.
They have them down there in Texas. Jason will round us up some critters and
I will sure do.
some snake oil.
Jason, you catch
Your
us
boy
a snake.
Mason will sure do that.
Mason.
Just after I get home from the Dolly Parton lookalike competition.
The man who put a banana in his tailpipe.
Well, there's no one in live stream except Rocco, who's pretty drunk.
Let's be honest here. The Amazing Atheist and the putting the banana up his ass, he's
I'm making a new
admitted
live
to
stream.
doing that.
Yeah, he admitted it. I'll admit that he did.
He admits it. So what? So it's done. You can't really bash him for something he's admitted to doing.
I saw it.
Somebody asked Tommy whether he did a banana up the butt. He's always going on
Well,
about
that's-
having it up.
That's the thing is, but whose dick is dirtier? Whose dick probably has more fucking bumps on it?
Little polyps.
I got a lot of people who say they cool with me and say they down with me. And last
Tommy
night, y'all
fucking
said,
pisses razor
put
blades.
this up there, we'll donate to the show.
Ew. Ow.
Motherfucker got so much VD.
So I put the link in there for you guys.
Who's
to go
on the
click that.
live stream?
And I just want to go see
No one. Except
I
What?
am the ultimate troll.
BQ wants to.
doing that.
Get in live
Somebody asked how can they
stream.
get on the show. You see it
Just
on
watch what I'm
Jesus
about to do. Just look at my username. You're gonna see when it's me. You're gonna know. Watch this.
Come on now. Watch
Hang on.
BQ.
Yeah, you guys get on live stream.
Christ. He stuck a banana in his ass.
There you go.
He's still talking about the. Now is he talking about banana on his own ass?
It was some white girl who wanted to see this. His penis
He has a girlfriend, you fucking retard.
than my pinky. I'm sitting here now. I thought this was fake. I even
This is what the $100,000 is going to be for.
Yeah.
I said, that is not his.
Like
really?
That's a thing.
That shit was photoshopped.
Is the $100,000 going to be going to him talking about the Amazing Atheist sticking a banana in his ass?
Mm-hmm.
God, his head must be so heavy. I'm wondering why he doesn't fall forward all the time. You know?
He talks about it an awful lot, like it might turn him on, though. I mean, to be honest.
A little bit too much.
I think he's getting a semi. He's getting half turned on.
So you realise he's doing a GoFundMe for his own funeral. Really?
Somebody
He
has a
seems,
Tommy Sotomayor account with a funny looking nigga.
He seems a little bit too homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he singing about him?
Not to have touched. Well, he seems a little too homophobic not to have at least touched Tommy Gunn's dick before. And just give it a little touch, maybe a taste. I mean, I think Tommy and Tommy, they do make a cute couple, to be honest.
And then he only saw it an hour ago. Oh my God, I swear to God, he's copying us. What the fuck? I'm trying to figure out how the fuck do I get to this nigga shit on live stream.
Oh, your microphone's crackling. That's what normally happens to me. But I got a new mic. That's right, because my mic's better than yours.
Shut up. Can you hear better now?
No, when I say it's better than yours, I'm talking about Tommy because he made a whole video talking about his microphone and how great it was.
Oh, I forgot we were speaking to Tommy. I'm looking for his live stream. I see some funny guys up here, but it ain't Tommy's. Let me see this is.
Everybody.
They're talking about the same person.
I wish your microphone wasn't cracking up because if you do get through, it'd be nice to be able to hear. But if you dropped out, it would kill the show.
Even if the microphone was great, he wouldn't get it up loud enough for everyone to hear.
It wouldn't get up loud enough for all of us to be able to talk to him. Oh, see how that would work if your microphone wasn't fucking up.
Oh, this is getting loud.
Yeah, your microphone's going pretty bad.
He's got a microphone. You know, I just thought it was like somebody saying, I have no idea. You were going in there right now.
Wait, your microphone came back. Say something. Wait, no, it's still fucked.
Can you hear me now?
Well, your microphone's really breaking up.
It's breaking up.
It might be my internet.
It happens. My microphone before I got a new one used to break up all the time, but it wasn't as bad as when Tommy broke up or when Lana broke up with Tommy because fucking Tommy was ready to kill himself. It's that fucking serious? I mean, how long ago did she break up with you and you're still talking about the bitch?
Not Tony. That's what it is.
How long did they go out? Not even a year.
They didn't even go out a year and he's still fucking pining over this fucking bitch. It's the only white girl I ever had sex with. It was my unicorn. Well, we can go out we can stop our show. We're over the 2.5 hour, I would think.
Yeah, we've done well. It was a great subject, Queen.
I think this is good. This was a great subject, and I think that we.
It was a great first half of the show, and it's an even better half of the second show.
Yeah, the second half is great, and I would still go on if your microphone wasn't fucking up right now. It would be awesome to be able to actually get through, and all of us like at once.
Yeah.
Just jump on and destroy the man.
Oh,
but your mic's busted up.
Do a part 2? Are you gonna do a part? Are you gonna do a part 2?
We can't hear you.
We can't. I can't even understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the audio.
I'd just like to say thank you for having me.
Yes. Thank you
Yep.
for having me.
Thank
Your
you for having
subject.
me.
Your white chocolate.
Your Royal Highness is very well pleased with the show. It sucks that my mic went out probably because he's about to eat this punk ass nigga. I see that
We
he
can
started his
still do that.
show. I want to go down and to hang my up since Josh, the white man, got that good mic. You know, Mr. White Boy over there got that good mic. Like your boy would say, as your boy would say, everybody knows, everybody. So I really want Josh to go down and come back up with part 2. Because
We just have
I
to
just
get
made it.
you know what we have to do is you have to
So
start a
log out.
GoFundMe. You have to get $100,000.
That's what I'm trying to
get
do.
a
And I'm on a
microphone.
live stream. My name is Fatherless America, and I'm trying to find this nigga's show. Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
that serious, and I can't find him on here. And I'm
Well,
like, I'm trying to.
kill this live stream. Let's go back into the Google Hangout. Your microphone will be better on there,
Okay,
and
I'm out.
then we'll be able to hear what you said.
We're over and out.
End the show. Subscribe. Thumbs up or
Like,
thumbs
comment,
down.
rate,
Like, comment.
thumbs up with either you bitches. With your broke asses,
Yes.
donate with your broke
Thumbs
asses.
up with your broke asses, with your crispy motherfucking asses, everybody.
Shout out to all them crispy niggas out there.
Shut up.
I want to say this. I want to say this. I do not
Grease.
share the opinions
Grease and
of
chicken.
my fellow
Pork
bandmates.
and beef.
I'm neutral on this subject about the last hour. I'm neutral on this, so I'm staying out of this. So it is what it is. This is their
DJ,
feeling.
you were the
not
one that
mine.
gave me Packer Girl's real name.
No, that was Nighthawk. That was Nighthawk.
You were like,
Nighthawk.
fuck Michelle Phan.
That was Nighthawk.